Hey guys, it's scrim time. Hi Atmo. Hi Cold Snail. Hi, hi, hi Soares. Hi a singular frog. Grap, thank you so much for that subscription. Tamu 20th incoming. I don't believe it. Hi Wizard. Wow, did you lose some more hair since the last stream? Ah! Hi Johnny. Hi Lil HJ. Oh, never mind. The match ended. All right, well, we got some time. I still have the same amount of hair. I'm really enjoying this brisk. And I'll be honest, it makes it a problem. Ha! 6'7". I'm such a fat fucking chud. All right, well, looks like everybody is here except for TMU Bold. Looks like Southeastern has a crash. Deadass, 30 seconds. Give KQ out 30 seconds. All right, well, we'll give KQ out 30 seconds. Nobody tells Zephyr that his timer's not working. How dare we? I could subtract the 3 minutes, but I'll give it to you. I'll give you three free minutes. I hope all of y'all are doing wonderful. Zephyr woke up today. He made a pitch deck, and then his sponsor got hacked, so we're going to take a rain check on that. That sucks. Beyond that, what else did Zephyr do? Zephyr, hold on, sub goal, should be 38 now. Anyways, something pitch deck, something went to gym, something played with his cat, something made a new reel or a new TikTok or a new short. Not gonna lie, that shit's gas. Give overstat, exclamation point now. So good and tasty. How competitive is this, John? Well, Max, today I have no fucking clue. In this particular lobby, it looks like the majority of our teams are going to be relatively similar in skill. There is one team in particular, though, that might buttfuck the rest of this competition. USM, University of Southern Mississippi. They have pro players on their roster. Thales is a pro level player. Tim, Scrims better than game day. Might, yes, no, yeah, Gerbil. They might have a pro player on their team. Sup, Aether. Sup, Dat Boy. Sup, Wizard. Sup, Johnny. Sup, Gerbil. Good to see you guys back. Here we go. First game of the day. As you can see him there in 11th. Viz, the Ozen, and yes, Thales. Thales, pro player for Orin from North America. Holy rank #1 Rocket League Pro League player? Bullshit. No idea what you're talking about. The rest of these teams, they've got the job of keeping up with fantastic rosters like USM, but today, arguably, should be pretty good. That being said, I'm going to do a lightning quick prediction over under 6.0 quality. And we go over under. Wait, can I join this, or is this like a set shenanigan? Oh my god, it is a set. Oh, it is a set shenanigan. We are heeing and hawing all the way to the bank. There are 20 teams here. The majority are in the lobby. Looks like UNCG varsity is missing out, but these are college teams. So you've got Texas A&M, UCF, that's Florida, TMU, Southeastern Oklahoma, the Guelph, West Virginia Wesleyan, Kennesaw State, Utah State, Temple, University of Southern Mississippi, University of Calgary, Abilene Christian University, Indiana University, Colorado Boulder, CSUDH, Ozark Tech, UNCG, and Full Sail Armada in Wright State. So yeah, it's college teams. These players actively go to the college that they're competing in. That is how it works. They are all full-time students, and they will find their way to Olympus for the first game of the day. We'll see how it goes. That being said, 20 squads on the board here. USM will be the team to watch. They are starting this one out in, well, the Estates for now. They do have a couple of squads nearby. OTC could be the first team that they do send it over onto. And already, there is a ping up to high. Suarez, here's your sippy, buddy. OTC, they might not know what's going on for. Hey! FPSA there. A 25 stream streak. Thank you so much, man. That is insane. You have been here for the entirety of February. And a little bit in return there. Now, like I said, USM, they were guaranteed to go to send this POI right from the get-go. I don't know what that arc star is, but it is a sure shot. Miss and a half here. The rest of the USM roster, the gas traps on the other side, tell me that it is primed and ready for a push play. Vince taking low there on the teleport on the other end. And you're going to have to be so respectful here of the rest of these lobbies. Thalos stepping up on a complete exterior side here. He's got that 30-30 primed and ready. The shots to go alongside it. Another shot around the back there, and just a single tech of Flish would do. A couple of extra shots, and I'll tell you what, Theozen will be the first one to find that knock. The rest of the roster now, 2v3 opportunities ahead here. A little beam around the back, 46. Theozen is low, but Viz will find another knock, and it's a long range EVA 8 shot to secure the session. Ozark Tech, the very first team eliminated. Looks like you do have the Guelph Griffins, though, working into a potential third-party position there. You might have to tune in a little bit later. They are just as quick to maybe walk away from this one. Well, USM, they haven't really run away. There's the scan coming out of the Ozen there. Olympus yuck? Nah, Olympus is great. Olympus is where the bitches are at. Guelph, they're going to run like bitches. No play for Guelph today. Looks like we'll be heading towards that Grow Towers setup here. Teams like Kennesaw on the Trident. Squads like Temple University already up above. Here's that rotate on the inside from Guelph from that car. And they find themselves almost right as rain into the edge of the thing. Blah, 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 blah. I'm early this time. Hey, you are early. Game 1. Welcome back. Looks like on the other side, UNCG Varsity, the only team in this lobby that is a duo. Everybody else has got their full roster here. Is Zach doing tier 2 scrims or something? I don't know. I think Zach's dead. I'm pretty sure Zach died. Anyways, UFC Calgary, yeah, they're not looking like they're dying anytime soon. Point blank EMP doesn't even get the chance to ring through. Calgary to find our next wipe of the competition. The majority of our teams, though, credit where it is due. They are starting to play this one out successfully here for the right position. Kennesaw down below. UCF Rising up above. The Garden definitely still in contention here. The majority of our teams, though, separate. Fly high. This is actually good Calgary roster, by the way. Yes, I know that. FPSA there. I do, in fact, keep track of these teams. Factor. Wow. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Incendiary grenade around the back here. It's a ticking burn, but it's not the entry that the Hoosiers want. Hoosiers? I don't know. Someone would have to explain that to me. Zephyr, a quick drink of the brisk. You know what? I'll tell you what. A Nox gas grenade will push Indiana back. And I'll tell you, Swipe thirsted from the other side, and they are just as quickly eliminated from that caustic gas. I cannot believe they just sat in the caustic gas. You cannot make this shit up. There is literally, I have no context. There is no explanation for what has just occurred. We are fucking struggling. Let's pop on over to the Guelph Griffins. What am I early for? You're early for absolute fucking chaos. For Guelph, up on high. They got all the time in the world to punish this team down below. Right state here. A mobile shield and a castle wall won't last for long. Zone is closing, but Clank Off is clanking on. A Nox gas grenade dropped around the back here. The evac tower, and this guy is not even looking. He's not even looking. He's not even participating. That man's monitor is clearly off. For the Guelph Griffins, they've got a third-party exchange. A drop from Southeastern Blue, and it will be Ideas with a knock here. Ideas genuinely is a good player for this roster. For Southeastern, they've had their struggles, but for now, could be leading into a strong fight ahead here. Plum Toaster trying to heal inside the zone. Mr. Mouse, the Lynx on the outskirts. TMU Bold will be wiped out by University of Southern Mississippi as they carry on through with their onslaught here. Looks like West Virginia Wesleyan's going to peek this one out just a bit. They do not have the altar, and instead, it is USM rotating all the way back to the balloon here to make sure that they are safe. Let's pop on over to the Utah State roster. Take a look at Texas A&M. Nick, thank you for the likes, and thank you, everybody, for popping on in here. Couple of gas traps for Utah State. Texas A&M. The Aggies have a spot, but they have pushed into zone to make sure that they are completely safe. Now it looks like Abilene Christian University teleporting back. We'll see the little recovery here from the Guelph Griffins right now. They could rotate just behind this. T-Dobbs, Garden, Micah is cool. This is going to be a long game. Sure as shit, this might be one of the longest. Looks like it will be the Guelph rotating in for Texas A&M. No solutions as of yet. Kennesaw, a knock of their own. It was down below. They're going to keep pushing this up towards the Heidegger Towers. Enlighten has no health to their name. Meanwhile, Kanji taken just as quickly here. It is a fantastic defense for Temple University. A 2v1 scenario as Enlighten, well, he will stick what he can. There's the soft revive on the low ground for Rect Emporium. Temple now 2v2 exchanges. There's going to be the full reset onto Linux 2 as Rect and Enlightened are likely to move out of play here. Let's take a look back towards the Guelph versus Abilene Christian University setup here. Abilene, they have that EMP available. Did you watch USM push us? I did not. I missed it. Ball Tickler? His name's Baltica. Come on, guys. Oh. Holy refreshing shit, bro. I don't know what they put in a goddamn can of Brisk, but it might as well be cocaine. Anyways, Tyler, thank you so much for the share. University of Calgary here, edge of zone. University of Southern Mississippi. They've picked up 2 rosters thus far, and they're looking to make it 3. Little swing. I mean, that guy. You gotta know, buddy. Get out of there. Oh, my God. He might as well be blind, deaf, and mute for USM here. They're about to abuse the disabled. Up, a pop to the rock, a swing it away, and Thalys uncharacteristically is missing these shots here. For USM, they are losing the exchange, but for the UCF Knights, they have been gifted the start to a very easy fight at hand here. A couple of burns around the back, FaZe and Tetchy looking, but there's one hiding within the pill. Still, a knock on to Baltica. One last remaining member here right around the low ground, and that is going to guarantee that the Ozen and the USM roster have a rotate back into play here. The Ozen, Viz. I mean, I don't know what the fuck are we doing over here, bro? Whatever. Tell you what, that will be the UCF Knights able to recover just on the edge of zone. Let's take a little pop and a look over here towards the Garden State area because, no, it's not New Jersey, but it is just as nasty as that godforsaken state. Grapple Juice, Malicious, Vaughn Kuno here, held out in this building right now. Up on the other side of zone, UNC Varsity as a duo, Abilene. 47 seconds to go before this begins to tighten up here, and they have yet to guarantee themselves a spot within this next zone. well. Hey, Arctic Lucas, my Davenport beauty. Thank you so much for the sub, Arctic. You're the type of guy that I would say I love you back to, even if our love and marriage had fallen apart and that we didn't really love each other anymore. But we had kids, and it's for them, so you have to stay together, even though the bedroom is quiet and our life is sullied. So thank you so much for the subscription. Full Sail Armada on the rotate all the way around the end. It was Abilene Christian University to get a long-range fly out here on the other side of zone. Even still, though, Texas A&M, they're ready to catch their fellow Texan natives. Abilene, Texas University, this guy... I don't know what I don't know what we're doing, but at the end of the day, it will not get Abilene Christian University jack shit or squat. Swifty has already gotten himself a position in zone here on this building. KSU down to one remaining member. Full Sail Armada. They'll be holding out maybe a quick fight against UNCG here. Couple of late rotates from USM, and it's actually going to be USM losing one. Utah State's rotating behind USM. Another knockdown for Utah State, though. They are oh so low as they try to breach into the choke here for the UCF Knights. They could finish off UCM early here. This is the best roster in this lobby. They're going to have to drop the cat wall down. Viz is still knocked here around the back, and this might be the biggest regret of the UCF Knights. Thankfully, they are able to see that light recovery there with, I can only assume, the drone from the phase. Still, it's not the success they need, and the USM roster is going to be able to get this revive off. Now, this is not the best rotation, and the phase has found another knock here. Trying to find the last snipes that be. USM could go out here in 12th overall. This would be critical for a team that calls themselves pros. For the UCF Knights, they've got the advantage. They've got the EMP. The separation is clear. The Ozen down. A fourth play through the other side. And they will guarantee no matter where USM end up, they are likely to die here. Thales finished off, and that is the best team in this roster eliminated. How does participation work? Does a college and you have an esports program, or do clubs compete too? Cold, I'm glad you asked. Welcome to the stream. You just have to have a roster of full-time students. That's it. 12 credit hours, 3 players, and you sign up for specifically this league. You can find it at discord.com/collegeapex. User 676388. Welcome back. And yeah, it doesn't even have to be a club. If you and a couple of your buddies are a dedicated crew, that is good enough as well. UCF Knights, though, they're as dedicated as it gets. Problem is, with a couple of nades available, the Guelph Griffins here are beginning to look for the end. The phase dropped off, and with one last tick, a quick shield swap for Mr. Mouse the Lynx and West Virginia Wesleyan. They want to follow through on this. Oh, perfect gas trap responses here. That is going to lock it in. West Virginia, though, a peek on the outside from Kai and Drake might get them what they need. Dean PS looking. YMV has moved toward the exterior. Big beams against the gas traps here. Could be memes. For now, they will hold on. Shout out to Data Ray, Azarat, Texas A&M. They've got this western edge, and it is in zone here. CU Boulder, they're going to play it in from that northern side. We got a little bit of a stack between Temple, Malicious, and Crew, but this fight between West Virginia could end it all. Nade for nade, West Virginia. There's YMB, a knock from Plankoff, but a drop onto your Newcastle. That's everything you need and more. Pie and Drake with another, and it's going to be the Guelph Griffins eliminated. A piece of that KP picked up by Texas A&M. Thank you, Wizard and a Singular Frog, for explaining that one. Data Ray, keeping this one low and slow. The same to be said for King Joe. Texas A&M in zone. West Virginia, the same to be said. CU Boulder trying to get this wrap towards that western side of Texas A&M. As they will get the initial poke, but Texas now know you're there. YMV with a peek from the other side. They have a perfect rampart setup. 88 for the double tap. 77-88. YMV single-handedly West Virginia have obliterated Texas A&M. It barely looked like it was difficult, and it's the quality, the expectation of someone as good as YMB. Data Ray will be found by this late rotate from Temple University. We are down to 4 squads remaining. 3 full 3v3s, and yes, a single King Jojo. Temple's got the building from behind. West Virginia, they are right alongside CU Boulder here. They are losing out on their castle wall, though, almost immediately. That is insane. A little missile swarm down. The real question of them all is, where will Temple University present themselves? They do not have this building to work with on this rotation ahead. Maybe, just maybe the corner. Does the Newcastle have the wall? The Newcastle does have the wall. We'll see how it goes. King Jojo also ratting this one out. A quick peek back over to West Virginia. And on the other side, CU Boulder has guaranteed themselves a sliver of cover to work with here. Little snipe over towards King Jojo from the UNCG roster, as that's going to be Temple's castle wall out, arguably very early here. YMB with a knock. YMB with a push onto CU Boulder. There's the portal play if necessary. An EMP from the other side here, and this has to be absolutely perfect. A knock, a damaging Valkyrie. CU Boulder eliminated at that. It is now West Virginia versus Temple. There is UNCG, but they will likely rat this one out. Yo, Zeph, can fix YouTube real quick? What's wrong with YouTube? Let me know. Yeah, I was about to say. Well, Soares, good to see you, buddy. Best of luck on your exam. Oh my God. YMV is literally built different. A single 3v3 ahead, and there is a Newcastle reset here, but for the entirety of West Virginia, they make this entire take look absolutely clean. A couple of extra beams from up above there, and YMB will take the first front down, but Kai and Drake and Dean PS are just as good. There's the PK shot. 54 is the ticking burn, will force them around the edge. YMB though, she's still holding the backside here. The nades won't land. YMB there, a single tick on the Newcastle. Tie-in with one, and the rest of West Virginia picking up the dub. Congratulations to West Virginia Wesleyan. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes. Here we go. Hey. Theosin boy can speak in whatever language he wants. You tell him fuck you. You tell him fuck you every day of the week. Thank you, Jess and Jord. Can we get a Narwhal interview? Yeah. Real quick, let's get Narwhal on the line from the University of Utah. Even though he didn't win the game. Let's get a quick call in with Narwhal boy. West Virginia on top. Thank you, Gators. Hey, they've been looking really good. And that switch up to Kai and Drake, absolutely massive for them. Guys, it does look like Narwhal Boy is not Hey! Narwhal Boy, what'd you think of that last game?
Bro, I'm watching someone else right now. I'm not even in the stream right now, man.
Narwhal Boy, if you did watch the stream, what would you say?
I would say good job to whoever got 17th, because you tried your best, you know?
The team that got 17th was Wright State.
Yeah, man, they tried their best, man. They almost had it. I'm sure they had a good time, yeah.
Okay, any thoughts about West Virginia Wesleyan, our winners of game 1?
No, not really, honestly.
None? None at all.
I don't have a thought about them. No, their name's hard to say. That's all. That's all.
That's fair. Narwhal Boy, one last question. Where has Mez been?
He's stupid and hasn't been. Either his boss is a Nazi or he's stupid. I don't know which one it is, but he just can't get time off or something. He's planning on Friday, though, apparently. That's what he said. So if he doesn't, I'm going to, be sad.
That's fair. Utah is an excellent roster. CT Blaze has been putting up some serious work for that team right now, but everyone is begging and pleading for the return of Mez. Any last thoughts for the stream here, Narwhal?
Uh, was this Teamix doing? Did he ask for this again?
This was a request from T-Mick, yes.
Yeah, okay. I figured. All right. Well, thank you, teammate Teamick, for asking for an interview again for the 40th time.
Wow, Narwhal boy, thank you so much. Even though you're not participating or watching the stream whatsoever, I truly appreciate this interview.
Yeah, appreciate the time, man. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you. Subscribe to Zephyrcast.
True.
Well, thank you guys very much. That's our post-game interview with the person who's not even here today. West Virginia Wesleyan with 23 points, Temple University with 14, USM with 11, 10 for UNCG Varsity, 9 for the Guelph Griffins, 9 for UCF Knights, and diminishing returns for the rest of our lobbies. Shout out to the UCF Knights. 8 KP for this team. They are the ones who put down USM. Notice, USM, they are all the way in third right now. A terrible position, some would say. Some would say the third best. 10 KP for them, the second highest, alongside West Virginia Wesleyan here. We'll be popping on to our second and last game of Olympus here shortly. Let's get a prediction in for West Virginia Wesleyan. That's going to be our next one over. What do I see? Over, under 7.5 KP. Hold on. I'm typing it. Hold on, guys. I'm critical mass typing this shit. There we go. 2 minutes on the board. Get your bets in. Last one I asked over under the quality score, and 3.75 is honestly pretty surprising. Any women's figure skating enjoyers? Yeah, I thought it's pretty good. KSU Gold, 2 points. KSU Gold is 2 points. Travis, welcome back. You're primed and ready for the context. You missed it. You literally missed a fraud moment. It happened live. That's like your favorite thing to witness. All right? I'm a little bit disappointed. All right? All right, guys. Let's pop back in to our second game of the day. I'm sure we're going to get some more fraud watches soon. That's the damn good opinion of a lifetime. Sup, Atmosai on YouTube for some reason. All right. Well, last time around, our first fight was USM sending it on to Ozark. Why did you actually call him, bruh? You said get a good interview with Zebra. I deliver on what my fans' expectations are. If you want me to come pippity-pop peek on somebody for a tippity-top interview, I'm gonna call him. I love football. Me too. Albeit I love the Dallas Cowboys. So how much football can I truly love sometimes? KSU Fraud's about to get 0 points this game. I appreciate the hatred. That is truly the hatred of a lifetime. Thank you for the like, by the way. Can we get the Parksa interview after this game? Honestly, we can get the Parksa interview right now. Here, let me get that shit pumping and bumping. Let me pop on over. Give this man a quick call. Here we go. Parksa interview on the day. Thank you for the follow. I love football.
Hello?
Parks, welcome to the stream. We got a lightning quick interview here with the legend. What's your thoughts on today's scrims?
On today's scrims? They're great. Amazing, actually.
Great. What's your thoughts on Illini?
What's my thoughts on Illini?
That's
They're
right.
playing?
No.
Or are we talking about like my team?
Your team.
Well, unfortunately both of my teammates quit. So I have to play with 2 new players. I played with one like 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna do good. I think.
Okay, fair.
For sure.
Was it because of you?
Of course not.
Okay,
No.
hold on. Give me the unbiased answer now from someone who isn't Parksa. Was it because of you?
No, I hope not. I
Okay,
really do.
Hold on. Let's keep extending on this. Given the
Right.
theoretical situation of the fact that it could be you,
Uh-huh.
let's go down that line. Why could it have been you?
I'm very unlucky. I have not had the same team for 2 semesters in a row since I've started playing Octane.
Folks, he's avoiding the question at hand here.
What,
It's a shame.
what do you want me to say?
Thank you so much for the interview, Parks. Any last thoughts for the stream before we get into game here?
Octane Collegiate is really bad.
No, it's not.
No, not Octane Collegiate itself, the players.
Now that I can get behind. Thank you so much, Parks. I hope you have a great evening.
All right, have a good one.
All right, well, we are hopping into game here. Am I seeing Ozark Tech as in OTC? Yes. They are right here. Cold Snail, Mr. Doe is me, and Killer Penguins were the first team eliminated last game. Oh my god, why are we getting lag? We're getting so much lag. What is this? Prepothalus interview very shortly after they die to hear the rage. Ooh. I feel like that would be really mean. I don't wanna mess with a team when they die. That would be so rude. Nah, it's Scrims. Okay, well, Bozo, one thing to say, Bozo, is that if I do mess with the players too much, I do get my Scrim permissions revoked. I went there for one class, so I guess I gotta support the boys. Oh, shit. Damn, you have we actually have someone from, or who was from Ozark Tech. Ozark Tech has a fan. That's insane. Dallas is a masochist. He likes it. Oh, by the way, Cold, thank you for the follow. I know that was in the middle of the fights last game, but hey, thank you. Lag bag, sag, KSU gold in rags. You are a talent to the wordistry. Some would say a wordsmith. I would say USM here. Already getting caught out by Ozark Tech up on this high ground. We'll see if the Ozark Tech boys have got some kahunas to work with, because for USM, they are truly not infallible here. Still, though, shot for shot. Parks, voice Scrims. Thank you for the interview, Parks. Good to see ya. Looks like for USM, they're not going to be taking it toe-to-toe here. It's actually a very early exchange. Instead, pinging out that Evo for now and a couple of trades around the back. For USM, well, they'll smoke this one out so they can guarantee that they get this Evo cash. For the rest of our rosters, we are going to start looking back towards that eastern end of... Oh, that felt good to rip out my nose hair. You guys know what that's like? You guys like ripping out your nose hairs? Me too. Looks like UCF Rising versus Wright State to start with. We'll see how this one might set itself up here. Couple of squads. Well, I mean, they're pussyfooting their way through. Fuzz is completely separate here. A singular frog did just get a knock, so we might have to check in with KSU, but they are still alive. Oh my god, KSU actually lost a player. Holy shit. Shout out to a singular frog. Actually, low-key, we might be full sending this. What is your personal record for one nose hair pull? PR? Probably like 5 or 6. Hold on. Okay, none. Hold on, I'm working on this. 1. Actually, that was 2. 2. Factor got a knock on to the likes of CSUDH Cardinal, and that's all the way from over here. It is still going to be the reset for Kennesaw, and there are multiple teams who are looking to take advantage of this one. CSUDH will pull back for now, but there is Indiana University here, as well as UFC Genesis, trying to play into the same space. All right, quick nose hair pull while we wait. Let's see how many nose hairs Zephyr can get. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 nose hairs. Oh, that hurt. Well, Baltica, first person at least to get shot back from Kennesaw. Indiana University is going to be walking this one away. Let's see if we get it more. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Okay. Looks like we got 4 this time. No record to be placed, and I don't have that many nose hairs. I am tearing up, though, as we can tell. Looks like the Utah State Goats, they're going to be right alongside Abilene Christian University here. We'll see how this one will end up. Hold on, I got to close Discord. It keeps popping my... Why is it doing that, bro? Get that shit out of here. Well, I'm a little disappointed. Abilene Christian University, though, a full push play available for this roster here. Oh, me boy, shot from both sides. Looks like Abilene Christian University can't even pick up one. Instead, it's a play from Southeastern coming into third party that finds the double knock onto Utah State. We did say goodbye to Abilene Christian, but for Southeastern Oklahoma, the opportunity of a lifetime has arrived. One more nose hair for Zephyr, and we'll make it 2. Vortec looking on the interior here. They have not sussed this one out, and it is Goth Apex already running all the way towards that rift area. Could be the reset for USU, but we will have to wait. Now, Kennesaw did move on their exchange. Looks like for UFC Genesis versus Texas A&M Maroon, they are oh so close to almost finding that knock here. No, he's going to look for a point-blank stand as Zephyr pulls another nose hair. All right. That was kind of sick fucking with it. Ark peeking the door. Sheila's out and ready. He cannot get this wall down, and it is not a prime position for it. He misses out on the door being in good standing. At least he gets the knock exchange onto the EMP here. Sheila out, a peak play, 34 as the zone begins to tick out here. The rest of Texas A&M into the inside. It's going to be a drop on the Grack. Trades on the edge of zone, ports through the other side of the wall. Koopster is down. T2020s are able to find the final shots necessary. One big factor, though, that we did miss was USM. University of Southern Mississippi was wiped out here on the other side. That is single-handedly the worst performance I've seen from them. For West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju, though, they've already gotten themselves the go button to finish these rosters off. It is going to be, oh so close to an altar save, but instead, it'll be the full thirst for YMV, the grave for UCF Knights here. A couple of flying in rosters. The Guelph Griffins driving in. Indiana to do the same. Looks like Indiana will be winning the Trident race here to the clinic. It's a quick turnaround for UCF Knights. And we've got cars galore. Holy shit, ka-chow. Well, it looks like Simplicity with knock numero uno here. Let's see, the rest of these rosters are in the prime position to punish. Indiana out to the skirts ahead. Swipe with a knock on to Dean PS there against West Virginia Wesleyan. But that is still YMV and Kyan Drake alive for this roster here. I mean, we'll just have to see. It looks like the full thirst is right in front of them. Cyber, though, peeking on the inside. And just as quickly as they do, Thermite plays for West Virginia as they will be trying to at least establish a wipe on the other end. The wall unable to find itself, but Kyan Drake picked nonetheless. It is just YMV here on the other side of the equation. A quick zip up to height. Swipe to do the same. Trident play, and it will be YMV to survive another day. Looks like on the other end of the side of map here, Full Sail Armada. I mean, it's barely a fight at that. Grapple Juice, Malicious, Von Kuno, down to just one remaining member. KQ All trying to run as they may. Tactical play. Von Kuno on that other side, could go for this port, but instead, looks like KQ All should be okay here on the other end. Shout out to the quality of these teams, by the way. We have nearly everybody alive in this lobby. We have only lost out on 3 squads. Texas A&M trying to hold out CSUDH Cardinal here. The same to be said for the Guelph Griffins as they hold the primary height. Most teams do have a position in zone. I don't know if we'll be saying it for much longer for TMU Bold. A PK shot goes wide. 11-89 and a knock on the Grapple Juice. Full thirsts are necessary for KQ All here. Missile strikes from the other end and onto the inside of the stairwell. KQL will find the reload. That is a full thirst onto Grapple Juiced, and Vonkuno was knocked in the meanwhile. Malicious is all the way in zone, trying to pull this one back together, but shout out to Y Envy, a definite factor in why we saw that fight there. See what happens when Fisher isn't here? A proper lobby. Hey, when Fisher Esports doesn't come out to play, the same with Cumberland University, you get a little bit better quality. Indiana University, the Hoosiers just barely getting themselves put back together here, but they're so low on this push ahead. There's the nade on both sides of the equation, and both teams will dodge out on the damage here. Mobile shields, rampart walls to work with. Does look like USU has a fight of their own, and realistically, they're just finishing off a little bit of WSU there. They should be able to get the revive off here in a second. Woo! Beam v Beam. Sheila is mean. A dive play, a rotate in, swipe to find knock number one. Another rampart wall broken here. It's a full peek from Factor, and a castle wall to smash on through. There's the Newcastle reset with the peek play from Swipe to get the knock onto Ideas. Southeastern Oklahoma here, finally meeting their hands at the makers of Indiana. That is another Indiana White, and West Virginia Wesleyan Y Envy will be found out in the meanwhile. Quick checkup with a couple of teams. Texas A&M stuck on the low ground. CSUDH holding them out here. Ozark Tech, a little bit of a high ground play for the UCF Knights here who are looking to wrap them. KQL able to get the entire TMU Bold roster back into it and also find a knock onto Marajal. That will be now just King Jojo on the other side here. Little Valkyrie ultimate just in the nick of time from the other side. Utah State here. They're going to get one bad trade against them. Put a knock play on a data ray. 76. And for Goth Apex, you either fight it and find the knocks you need, or that will be all that Utah sees. The zone is still distinctly closing here. And for both of these rosters, this is how they will likely meet their end. A nice final pump in from Goth, but the rest of the Utah State roster is eliminated. Ozark Tech is good. UCF Knights are playing the low ground with Texas A&M. Guelph will move on. CSUDH will move oh so close to Texas A&M. And for these three rosters down below, none of them have an answer to this zone ahead here. UCF Knights, a holdout. Malicious found. CSUDH, another building to call their crown. By the way, I genuinely do not think Texas A&M, UCF Knights, or whatever the fuck that roster's name, and have a way into this zone. Indiana and W, Wright State, they will share the exact same building. Kennesaw, UCF Academy, a long-range rotate from CU Boulder all the way around, and up on high, Temple University. Guys, I don't know what this is. Unless you have a Valkyrie, it's over. I mean, CSUD Cardinal, no Valkyrie. Texas A&M, oh, I'm stupid as a goddamn rock. Apparently, the altar port does reach that far. Well, shout out to Guelph Griffins. They're going to be able to dodge that one out. And for No You, that's pretty damn bad. It is going to be a full knock, though, on the low ground here now for CSUDH Cardinal. They did find Plum Toaster. There's the EMP. A knock from Techi. Singular Frog peeking. Sleep King is low. Only Flesh on the other side here. A push through the inside. Goose with a knock onto FaZe. And with one remaining member up above here. I mean, you've got the crack from Sleep King. The rest of the CSUDH Cardinal roster has all the time in the world to full thirst the UCF Knights. 3 seconds to go. Sleep King and the rest of this team have just a couple of trades here before they get back to help. Indiana University on the outside. Wright State. A couple of big teams that need to find a position in zone. The Guelph Griffins, who have just barely gotten a revive, are one of them. Texas A&M will play it out low. CSUDH Cardinal coming in from the southern side. It looks like we got trade for trade. A little revive on the exterior. Indiana University looking for this KP. That re-knock is easy. No full thirst there. Indiana will play this low and slow. Instead, it is KSU Enlightened who is able to find these on that rotate to the side. Another knock on the Peanut Butter is okay. And the Nemesis is coming in clutch here for Kennesaw. Oh my God, stop this man. The Infinite Nemesis is absolutely disgusting. The rest of KSU extending their time all the way over to, well, Texas A&M. That will leave just Grapp left alive here to rat this one out down below. Taking a look at our zone, USU, the Utah State roster, and CSUDH Cardinal are the only two in zone. CU Boulder hosts a position in this building, but it is a terrible spot at that. Indiana getting a slight knock against them from UCF. For the rest of these teams, Kennesaw, UNCG, there's UCF's rising roster, UCF, the Guelph Griffins, and yes, Temple. Every single one of these rosters has to move into zone here. Personally, I like CSUDF's position, and it is because they get to rack this KP up. 11 squads remaining, a zone 5 close, and we are down to the absolute thick of it. No knock on to Kennesaw here. 14 seconds and an infinite Kraber. I mean, this is the prime real estate. Shout out to Texas A&M. They are able to get a reset here on the very edge of zone. But I guarantee you, there is a chance that Temple may punish this. Instead, Temple, a fly to the skies above. Where they land will definitely be a death. Howell almost full thirsted, and that will be the separation of this Valkyrie here for Howell. They recognize that this building up north is free, but it is not a place to be. The Guelph Griffins landing all the way on the outside, and again, I turn my attention to CSUDH. Kraber shots to play. Mouse drop down here, a quick reload, and that will be, oh my gosh, maybe one more knock here around the back for CSUDH. They've got all the time in the world to punish these teams. That's it for Guelph Griffins. That's it for KSU Golden Knight. Texas A&M will get the eastern side. You have a cluster here towards the north for Indiana. They drop all around the back. There's Wright State. Full thirst on one side, a burn of another, but it is a final finish here on the end. CU Boulder, they'll wrap from their building, and they will get the wipe that be. A nice blank up shot here, and with 2 remaining members of Temple University, CU Boulder will wipe their northern edge. You have Utah State, CU Boulder, Texas A&M, and CSUDH Cardinal. Now, CSUDH Cardinal, they control arguably one of the largest positions of this zone. USU, they have a slight climb up on their walk up, and they have no defense. They do have the Catalyst wall here, but we will have to see how it goes. CU Boulder, little informational scan of the Valkyrie. They do have the Newcastle wall to set up their play into zone here. This fence line will put them out in the open water, and for Utah State, they are very likely to watch this rotate in. Texas A&M, the same to be said here. They, though, have the rampart walls to give them maybe not the healthiest cover, but cover at that. Seconds to go, and the zone begins to close here. Utah has already moved up to the fence line. These bushes, and it's a Sleep King knock. They can't push this, though. An EMP play, and it will guarantee that CU Boulder has easy knocks on the other side. For CSUDH Cardinal, pushing them into each other is critical here. Kraber's no knock onto CU. They'll turn their attention to Texas A&M on height. A 210 knock onto No U, and Sleep King will be the key. Arc with a knock of his own, Sheila minigun here, and you're gonna stick the revive, but it's gonna come at the cost of point blank shots on the other side. Up to the minor bridge height, and Goose will be full thirsted out there. A quick push from Texas A&M, a beam, but it doesn't quite ream. That's it for Utah State. The full move in from Texas A&M. There's the knock. CSUDH Cardinal will be thirsted. Tamu versus CU Boulder here. Trade for trade. Tamu's down 1. A knock to follow suit. Arc on the other side has the Sheila walls here, but it is up to a lifetime of pressure. 99 beams. 65 down, a reset from the Newcastle, a burn around the back, but CU Boulder in a 3v1 is disgustingly at an advantage here. Holy shit. Talk about a crazy endgame. Digi, Peanut Butter is okay, Andrew, an absolutely critical but great start. KSU having a team and me not being on it is crazy. Empire Zeus, you're not going to believe it. Kennesaw has 2 teams. 2 teams. All right, folks. Let's pop on over to the scoreboard. We got to get a quick prediction in as well as the points as they stand. With game 2 all settled and done on Olympus here, CU Boulder will walk away with 25 points. That'll be 18 for Texas A&M. And hey, the hippie pirate. Arrgh. You glad you followed me. Thank you so much. Tamu Maroon with 18. CSUDH Cardinal with 16. Utah State at 12. India, not India. Indiana University at 11. Kennesaw Gold at 7th. And there you go, diminishing for the rest. There will be the altar ban here. I did ask you guys, though, before this game, over under 7.5 KP for West Virginia. It is going to be the under. We'll take a look at our next bet. This one, I'm going to pick a player. The highest kill leader right now is, in fact, Ark. Holy shit, it's Ark from Texas A&M. Giga Maggies. All right, over under. Let's do it. Over under 4.5 KP kills. Ark. Over under. All right, guys. 2 minutes on the board. Get your bets in. Let's get a quick call with Digi, our winner of last game, because he'll probably appreciate that. Is this the right Digi? It is. He doesn't know I'm doing this, by the way. He's not going to pick up. Come on, Digi. Pick up. Pick up. He hates me. He's online.
Wait, hello?
Digi, thoughts on that last game? Congratulations on the win.
Dude, wonderful game. It's all thanks to my great IGL, Andrew. I love him.
What?
Great guy.
How would you say Andrew came through there to represent? You guys were right up against the northern side of that zone. Completely fucked shit for brains. How did you make it happen?
I mean, our cat had a really great cat wall, really good cat wall, and we were able to just wipe the entire right side. We got all that space for free, and then Andrew walled us forward so we could have even more space, and then we were able to just peek over the grass and just kind of shit on them.
Fantastic. Digi, tits or ass?
Tits, 100%.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Me too. Have a great day. Congratulations, and good luck on the rest of your games.
Yeah, you too, bro. Great streams.
All right, well, we got a quick interview with Digi. Let's pop back on over to World's Edge here for game number 3. Yo, John, we got to guys, Ryan, we have to ask the correct questions at a time, okay? We're missing out if we do not here. While I have the majority of you, though, consider shooting over a follow. We love to color Collegiate every single night. We get scrims, we get competitions, and hell, on Wednesdays, I even cover high school Apex. I don't know what those little tykes do, but the realist thing is the fact that they still play Apex, and that is all that matters. So, thank you very much. I will say, Zephyr is as hot as a whistle here, so that's a tough spot to be for Zephyr Cast right now. Well, looks like everybody will be in our next lobby ahead here. I didn't even check the overall standings, by the way. Real quick, overall, CU Boulder with 31, 25 for Texas A&M, West Virginia with 24, 18 for Temple University, Utah State with 17, 16 for CSUDH Cardinal, 12 for UNCG Varsity, and 12 for Full Sail Armada. 11, 11, 11, 11 for Indiana USM Guelph Griffins and UCF Knights, and the rest have tons of time to go. What time does the high school game start on Wednesdays? Typically 6:30 Central Time. I think. Yeah, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 PST. All right, most of our teams are in the lobby here. USM will be in survey camp, and I honestly think we just got to wait and see if they actually get aggressive against a squad. For Zephyr, though, it's time to go get a drink. I will be right back to get a cool refreshment that will leave me oh so beautifully ready to cast. Guys, look. Guys, look, it's Lewis. Everyone's favorite commentator, my kitty. No, not a Diet Coke. I got another brisk. Guys, who gives a shit about looting? Look at my cat. He's the best boy. He's the best boy. He's a sweetie pie. He likes to dance. He likes to dance. He likes to dance. He has two cute little mitten hands. He likes to dance. He likes to dance. He is the best cat ever. Oh. Oh. All right. You're free to go, sir. Thank you for the love and kisses. What did I just walk in on? You walked in on me appreciating my cat, pussy. All right, USM. We're going to walk into them appreciating maybe some other responses ahead here. Theozen, Thales, and I guess the rest of Colorado already walking out and away for Abilene Christian University. The same cannot be said here. Micah is coup with a knock on to defend Sky. A couple of full thirsts around the back there, and Marichel was the initial knock to this fight that we missed out on seeing for Abilene Christian University. I assume we've already lost out on one, but the Steppies are letting us know that you are down below here, stuck in the cart. The smoke will break the doors down, and as the Valkyrie takes to the sky, it will be bare minimum survival. Oh. Lemon is the greatest fruit on earth. If you disagree, you don't know what lemon tastes like. UCF Knights getting themselves out of Dodge here. It looks like they had a late reset against Kennesaw State, so should be fine for now. I don't know what the hell's going on here between Indiana. KQ all, though, a knock of their own here. Looks like it will be the full chase onto Temple. A couple of nades out against TMU Bold. And, oh no. You've locked yourself into a death trap. There is nowhere to go. Howell, Linux, already done and deleted here. That will be, though, Simplicity. Able to utilize the distraction of two to get the rest of Temple University out towards the launch site where they will take themselves to this crafter. This crafter right here. This one right here, where they will revive. All right, so we'll also see that one that goes for Clankoff and the rest of the Guelph Griffins. They got themselves a little bit of a handhold against the evac tower. Plum Toaster, Mr. Mouse, and Clankoff, though, unable to find the knock against Wright State. So, Wright State able to give themselves a happy home as our zone is pulling towards the far north. Personally, if I see these three train cars in, and if I see even a little bit of extra zone above it, you know this shit is pulling even further towards the northern side. For USM, they've had two bad games in a row. An 11-point start followed up by a 0. They have to catch up here. It will be a knock numero uno against Digi. A couple of shots back, and it is winner v loser here. Our winner of last game finished and thirsted out. Coco, thank you for the 7-stream streak. You've been here all week long, and you keep calling me daddy, so I might as well wear a thong. Yeah, brisk is where it hits, guys. I might as well accept it. I don't really have a choice, okay? Well, I hope Travis's Caribbean is still here because you've got Kennesaw versus potentially West Virginia. EMP play is ready and available, but remember, there is a team out in choke here. Croissant just found a knock of their own against U of C Genesis, Coopster, Baltica, and UCF Rising on the other side. There we go. Couple of burns. Zephyr calendar when? What does that mean? Oh, like January, February? We'll talk about it. Anyways. Couple of beams around the back. Croissant, Fuzz, Hayden Z on the other side here. Oh! PK shots are just not pumping for Hayden Z. For UCF Rising on the other side of this exchange against Calgary. They are still at a numbers advantage. Coopster on the other side. I mean, you might as well die. Finally, a full peek there. Oh, the lock-in with the rampart walls. Croissant for the thirst of number one. A race to dive through the low ground here. And with the chase coming just as quickly, UCF Rising. I mean, they just get an easy kill onto University of Calgary. Shout out to them. 18 squads remaining. Have you ever thought about casting Collegiate? No, fuck Collegiate. I hate colleges. Indiana University versus University of Southern Mississippi. Couple of beams around the back. Double piercing spikes and swipe and factor are low. This is Utah State, actually. USM isn't particularly with it just yet. They are going to third party this exchange as Goth is already knocked and Chirp is low. Data Ray on the other side. Theosin to pick up 2. The rest of USM could very easily get the responses here. Bet, thanks. Is this connected to colleges or ALGS? I'm confused. Oh, colleges, baby. Dylan, it's college play. 57. Theosin. Dallas is still holding the main building. They are only extending 2, so this is a 2v2. A wrap around the back, a 45 knock, 39 for the trade, but it is a snipe from afar. That will be the bleed out there, and the Utah State roster is wiped out. Texas A&M is in College Station. To user's point, Dallas. Dallas currently plays on Orin Esports in the North American Pro League. So, there are some pro players in Collegiate. TMU bold. I mean, Nipfin is already trying to break on through. Oh my god! Stop peeking! Stop peeking! Bad peek! No, bad peek! Oh, Ozark, they don't even get to last anymore. I don't know where the remaining Ozark member is, but you better pray for your life there. That Nemesis and the full thirst around the back tells me that Killer Penguins is that last remaining member. The fact that it's a lifeline, though, is so sad to behold. Looks like Texas A&M Maroon up on height here. You've got West Virginia trying to play into the likes of, I think, that UCF roster. Quick port play back out there, and they're going to be able to survive for now. We'll see how this goes. I don't think there's anyone noticeable. You know what's noticeable? The heart and soul of your belief to love Apex Legends. That's what makes God noticeable. I don't know what the fuck just came out of my mouth. Anyways. Kennesaw. If you're a Travis's Caribbean fan, this landing could be dire. Well, they have a free building. Insane. Kennesaw will be allowed to survive. Abilene Christian University versus, well, Temple for now. There is a third party available from Wright State, but Temple will overtake this and fly towards this building here. Plenty of teams still trying to fight their way in. TMU bold. One of those few rosters. A little crack around the back, but Y Envy is trying to get a sweeping peek here to get these knocks. Up above. Oh, TMU bold. They do not have a position that matters most. That Arc Star is not going to land the way that YMV wants it, though. A quick peek around the other end. 49 to start. Looks like Conjugated were with a snipe as the UNCG varsity roster is already eliminated. West Virginia will continue to hold on, but KQL is starting to sneak around the back. Nitfin is found, though. And for YNV here, up on high, they just need one go pick. ACU will finish off Wright State here on their push play. Temple is right alongside them. Come on, YNV. Oh, no, this is bad. Oh, this is as bad as it gets. The piercing spikes don't do anything. The wall does even less for West Virginia. They have got all three members here. Lock, stake, and key. That is TMU Bold down to one remaining person. A tactical play from YMB. A nice 50 around the back here. YMB is low, but Kyan Drake and Dean PS are here for the follow through. That's it for TMU Bold. And yes, Temple University did finish off Abilene there in the end. 10 squads remaining, and this lobby in particular is as aggressive as it gets. Shout out to Kennesaw. They made one hell of a rotation all the way towards the north here, southeastern towards the west. One member of Full Sail all the way towards the edge. UCF Knights on the very eastern side. Texas A&M Maroon, and just below them, CSUDH Cardinal. Guelph Griffins covering this rotation from Temple here on the south side. Oh, those missiles are beautiful. You can see the Newcastle wall was just about to be set up. Mobile shield, little bit of cover. There's the Valkyrie ultimate, but I don't think it will get much purchase here. They have not gotten every single member into zone. As a result, 75 from Plum Toaster, Simplicity, and Howl. Just going to try and rat this one out on the edge of survey camp. This is Comp Collegiate Apex, CJ. Welcome. That's it for Ozark Tech. A couple of full thirst here. West Virginia Wesleyan, though, they're going to rotate right alongside CSUDH Cardinal and Texas A&M here. They got a little bit of a holdout against CSUDH Cardinal. Guelph Griffins down the southern side, UCF Knights up above, and realistically, it's these couple of trades that are critical. West Virginia, nade spams out. Damage up above from Texas A&M, CSUDH Cardinal on the other side. There's the beam play. Looks like Kennesaw just got a long-range knock onto Ure. They should be able to get this revive off. Malicious, the rat, was found out from Full Sail Armada. Wrecked Emporium and Enlightened, though. Portal out. While that revive did come through on the other side, Kennesaw State want to finish off this exchange. CSUDH Cardinal, though, they had to get themselves out of Epicenter, and they now present themselves right next to this building here. UCF are on the inside, and they have it locked down by the Catalyst here. Couple of quick peeks from either side of zone. A little rotate out there, and it's almost the full knock from Sleep King. There's the EMP play, but they don't have the doors to really, truly do anything. Instead, Goose is picked off here, and for CSUDH Cardinal, they might be on their last legs ahead. Meanwhile, Texas A&M rotating on through. Welcome, Zendikar, by the way. I forgot to say hello. A nice sippy for Sephiroth. Texas A&M Maroon. Oh, we got the Sheila to break the doors, but this is barely a spot in zone here. Instead, CSUH Cardinal down below. The inside, the UCF Knights hanging on for dear life. Bozo has redeemed a hydrate. Thank you. All right, folks. Little burn around the back. West Virginia stuck on the low ground. A fly-in from Temple on the other side. Texas A&M will hold on for now. Southeastern up above, and the last remaining team to get inside zone is the Guelph Griffins. Tamu will get a knock against CSUDH, but I doubt they'll push this play. 3, 2, 1, 158 there, and against this roster, the Guelph Griffins have guaranteed themselves a spot into zone. The missile storms will be deleted by the edge of zone, and Sleep King finds a critical knock in return there. Plum Toaster isn't full thirsted, but Clank Off is no better. A Valkyrie up the height, and what started so good is utter failure here for the Guelph Griffins. Now Sleep King, a quick peek from CSUDH Cardinal as they will wrap the shots that have already rung through. A beam around the back, 13 to play, a port from the rest of the roster, and the Guelph Griffins will no longer say hey. Up above, Southeastern is healing for now, and it's a knock from Ideas on the other side. Tamu revives. Temple, one member down. A Catalyst re-knock available. Southeastern, though, they are doing an impeccable job defending this corner. It has got to be a Wraith to get out of dodge here, and that will be CSUDH down to one remaining member. Was the Newcastle just standing there, or was I tripping? To be honest, you know what? We'll never know. Texas A&M, a couple of distant shots against Temple on the low ground. Kennesaw inside their bridge. UCF still stuck on the interior. And West Virginia just barely a position inside the zone through a port play available through YMB. Right now, the heart of zone is held by Southeastern, and just about everybody knows it. There's the Newcastle wall. That will give them coverage over the edge of zone. Texas A&M have opted to fly on through towards the very edge. That will be Stussy and the rest of these teams pumping down as that zone closes in. Another crack around the back there, and for Texas A&M, the flight was good, but the landing is a crash. Here it comes. Couple of final shots. Texas in the open. Texas A&M have survived through Grap here, but here comes Kennesaw on the other side. A peek play, and Texas A&M will not live to stay another day. Sleep King, a final rat. There's Southeastern above. Coach Squid, West Virginia are still alive. They're down as a trio below. UCF Knights here on the other end. And we have a 3v3 v3v1. Now, Rect Emporium and Kennesaw, they are arguably in the worst position. They have nothing in this zone. They are on a single rock, and they only have the walls of the rampart to work with. UCF is already watching them from above. The minute Kennesaw State poke out here, they are dead. Southeastern, by the way, though, they get to watch both of these teams. It is arguably, as you can see, such an advantage. When you look at that poll, it is right alongside them. West Virginia, the only saving grace to their name is the fact that they are right alongside them with this little bit of cover to work with here. The minute they poke out into the open, they could get full sent on by UCF Knights. If I'm West Virginia, I would want to look to finish off Southeastern. But the problem is, folks, with 5 seconds on the final zone close, every single move is like dominoes. One becomes the catalyst of the end. No pun intended. Final zone closing here. YMB, Kai and Drake slowly footing right alongside UCF Knights there. Stussy with the knock onto the phase. UCF Knights are down a member. Kennesaw will take to the sky. West Virginia now holding off against the UCF Knights as they will prime themselves and ready for Kennesaw. They land right up above Southeastern here. Yours got a burn of one. Ideas to follow suit. And Southeastern are landed on. Kennesaw are healthy. Meanwhile, YMB and the rest of the West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju are solo on this take for the KSU Gold roster. There are now knocks on both sides of the equation. Kai and Drake eliminated. That means it is just YNB for West Virginia. That will be it for West Virginia. And for UCF Knights, they are down to final members remaining here. For the Kennesaw State roster, they take a leap of faith to the sky and find themselves a dub in Game 3. That is a Valkyrie ultimate in a half. Talk about one risky hell of a play to get the job done. If you're just joining us, welcome to Collegiate Apex, and a congratulations to Kennesaw State. We got 3 more games to go. Consider a follow, consider some love, and thank you, Vexy, for the follow at that. GG to Kennesaw. Let's take a look at the scoreboard and award some of our predictions. Now, a quick refresh tells us that Valkyrie will no longer be in the game. What's Collegiate Apex? Well, what's Collegiate Apex? Collegiate Apex is just college Apex. It's college teams versus college teams. Every single one of these teams are a registered school. Legitimately. Full credit hours. 3-game right there. That's going to be Kennesaw with the dub. 26 points. 18 for the UCF Knights. Southeastern at 12. West Virginia at 10. And diminishing for the rest. I asked you guys over under 4.5 kills for ARC this game. For Texas A&M, you can see already, my man only worked with one. Congratulations to those of you who took the under. This time around, let's get an overall damage standing. I like an overall damage standing. Let's see. Solari Lunars, rip to our Aggies. 197 there. 2,179. 2,485. I'm going to put the line at 2,200. Over under. Damage leader. 2,200. Over. Under. You guys got 2 minutes to lock your predictions in. Giovanni Munoz, thank you for the follow. And thank you, everybody, for the likes. We are currently at almost 15,000 likes on the Tickety Talk here. Thank you so much to those of you out there. Of course, looking at the overall standing here on the other side, it does seem like in the lead, KSU Gold, with only the single win on their belt, have now jumped above the rest of the competition. Matt Shank, thank you for the follow. West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju, though, is just 1 point behind. Had they even survived into second place there, they would be above KSU Gold. Yo, says Enlightened. Oh, well, if Enlightened's saying yo, that means we have to take an interview with him. He's currently here. You shouldn't have peeked my chat, Enlightened. Enlightened, congratulations on the win. Walk me through that final Valkyrie ultimate. Some would say a risk. I would say absolutely phenomenal.
I think that was the only realistic option we had. Otherwise, we would have to walk up through the open and have everybody just give it to us from behind and the front.
Incredible.
So we Valculted. We kind of were like stalling in the air, circling, trying to figure out where to go.
Scratch the rest of your answer. I have a better question. From the behind or from the front? Which do you prefer?
From the behind.
Why?
Because we're a bottom team, bro.
Oh my God. Talk about incredible answers here. Final thoughts.
Second win. Let's go.
All right, and one last one here. Travis is Caribbean. He's your number one hater. He calls you frauds all the time in chat. Any words for Travis?
The games speak for themselves, and what you just witnessed is low-key us gaining momentum. It's about to get really good. Just watch.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Have a great scrim.
You too.
Well, we are going to pop back on to World's Edge here as we walk away from that wonderful interview with the man, the myth, and the legend, Enlightened. And as Travis the Caribbean has already pointed out, they're likely to throw those next following 3 games here. 20 squads. 20 will enter. 1 will leave. Does look like for UNCG Varsity, they are still stuck as a duo here today. Let's see how this one goes. I mean, we are looting real quick, so I'm gonna fix a keybind real quick. I don't know why this keybind has changed, but it is really annoying. Give me a second. Okay, that should be good. Nice. No more keybind. Sick. All right, we are good. 20 squads remaining, and once again, I thank all of you for being here. Hey, Henbone, you just joined. I'm going to call you out. I know a ton of people join all the time. Joe, Francisco Maltese, I could sit here and read them all over and over again, and honestly, they might stay. Ithriel, thank you. T-Ray, I'd suck you off. MYJ 10K, Lord Mushu. God, your names are all fucking awful. That's right, you're allowed to leave because you're a pussy. All right, Texas A&M, a knock already found. On to Mr. Mouse here. That might be the end of the Guelph Griffins. Mr. Mouse is not revived yet, and ARC is closing this gap even without the rest of their team. I mean, we'll have to see. Is Fisher playing? No, Henbone. There is no Fisher in this lobby tonight, which means it is genuinely some of the closest Apex we've gotten to see here. Kennesaw is in the lead right now by 1 point. Arc, Sheila in hand, does not cross the rest of that distance as your man. Does look like it is Grap and Know You here trying to rotate through the rest of Monument to get the job done. Mr. Mouse, W. Clankoff, and Plum Toaster are back together for now. We'll see how this one goes. Does look like Texas A&M Maroon, though. Oh, so slowly clodging up. Did you just rage bait me to staying in here? Lord, I got your ass. You see how good that was? Got your ass. There we go. All right, let's see how this one will finish off here. Texas A&M Maroon on the other side. The Guelph Griffins will try and survive. I like your name, by the way. I don't actually give a shit, but, you know, I might as well say I like your name because you're here. Anyways, looks like the Guelph Griffins, they do have a surprise that might show up here. Texas A&M is leading the fight, but from the farthest side, it is the Ozen. The Ozen that finds a critical knock on this fight. That will leave Texas A&M now in a 1v1 because of the Ozen. First time watching? Corey, welcome. This is Collegiate Apex. Today is Scrims, but there's college games every single day. The Guelph Griffins will get a little bit of a reset as I say Speed Demon and Wizard's name from chat. The Ozen will run away as Texas A&M are going to try for a revive play. For the Guelph Griffins, they are still down 1 whole member. If Texas A&M get both of these revives off, they are in a good spot. Corey Bryant, by the way, thank you for the follow and welcome. East Atlanta Santa. I wonder. Anyways, Crust Picks. I'm just keep saying names. Little HJ, Santi Palomares. We'll talk about them later, because for TMU Bold, we're going to talk about this exchange. A couple of responses. Temple down to 1. A dive and away from the action. Flesh found. And in the Arctic. Thank you so much for the follow. Howl, just barely able to get out of the job. Love Scrims, says Alex Jarquin. Well, Alex Jarquin, I love you. I don't. Mr. Smith, welcome to the live. Something, Mrs. Smith. For the majority of our teams, though, it does seem like we will be playing towards the skyhook. That's why you see University of Southern Mississippi, Utah State here, University of Calgary Genesis, and a low-flying right coming on in. Bet, fuck it, double what we did last night. Let's see. Do you have a PhD in Apex? Kinda. Fun fact, Crust, I'm one of the like 6 analysts on the official Pro League for Apex Legends. So there's not many people on Earth who know more about Apex than I do. It is literally my job to talk about Apex non-stop every day. Anyways, CSUDH Cardinal here. A fight to play. Texas A&M. They've gotten their resets off, but now they need the KP to boot. Arc, Know You, Grab from another side, and the pinch is coming through here. Mobile shield should be ticking down in just a second, but this is a risky peek either way you look at it here. There's the peek from Newcastle. The knock drop on the other side. Graf is peeking through, but for Texas A&M, it is just Arc now running this one away. For CSUDH Cardinal, they will have to try and thrive, but they're going to get sniped back. That Sheila has come in clutch for Arc multiple times over. Grap will slowly try to rotate this one back, but it realistically has given them the time to recover here, albeit not much at that. That Newcastle reset, you only saving grace is that Kennesaw is here in the train line, stopping them from rotating forward safely. That will allow CSU to survive here. Another reset, and from up on high, it is Arc with the Sheila, a double knockdown, and he might have single-handedly prevented CSUDH Cardinal from surviving. Sleep King now rotating out just barely here. A quick peek to the edge of zone, and TMU Bold has the UCF Knights tracking just behind them here. I don't know if that was a port play, but it could be the end of life play at hand. There's the couple of ports, and you know for a fact that they have all arrived. For the UCF Knights, though, they are separated. The phase just getting here. I wouldn't say in the nick of time, but hopefully it will be. Couple other exchanges back, and Sloshy Medusa is low. A climb up to height here for the FaZe as he will try and hold this one, but instead takes it just as much in Fleshbound. TMU Bold, PK trades, 99. Attack to dodge the damage as Nitfine finds one here into the inside of the building. And with one final peek, TMU Bold capitalize in the meat. That'll be 18 squads down. TMU Bold, the furthest from edge alongside Southeastern, who could be rotating behind them. Teams like Abilene down to one remaining member in zone. Full sail armada here trying to get their way in. West Virginia more than fine in their current position. Teams like Guelph, Kennesaw Gold, CSUDH trying to get these revives off. Ozark, who have lost out on, well, Mr. Doze Me completely, and Texas A&M, who just got their teammates back here all the way towards the northern side of zone. There is plenty of time ahead. And remember, Skyhook, look at this shit. Building, available, 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 available. The supply is high, but for some reason, the demand is low. So many of these teams, every single one of them should be inside this zone right now. There is no excuse that they are not here playing Skyhook. They are smart. They know how these games play out just as much. This is my cat. Down to the low ground, West Virginia here. They got potential trades ahead, but we're going to actually pop on over to Southeastern versus TMU Bold. They've taken one fight successfully, but can they take another? It looks like for Southeastern, Vortec is already on the up and up to escape out of the equation. Meanwhile, West Virginia Wesleyan, this is who we were watching just a second ago. They've got the peak play opportunity. Let's see how this one may guarantee. I mean, Baltica, Coopster, Genesis. There's the EMP against them. Baltica will dodge it with the tactical, but that's the entry for West Virginia. Sheila is out here, but it is not ramped and ready. On the other side, YMB with the peak play. 46, and that is just a tick left standing. Another major knock. YMB finally finds a pick of one. Baltica and Coopster from the other side. We'll see where the rest of them shall fall. There's the EMP available. Another peek around the back. Ian Drake with one. YMB to fall through. And for Calgary Genesis, they do not last. Full Sail Armada here, though, from this southern side could come in and third party this, but they have to be critically quick. The fact that they're already taking this long is meaning that they are too slow to the equation here. There you see them, West Virginia Wesleyan, so quick to push them back. And Malicious is just arriving to the zone. Sleep King, CSUH, TAMU already on their way in. There's the late rotate from Temple. Southeastern, it is just Vortec. TMU Bold with one wipe we saw earlier. And yes, the full reset for Abilene Christian University will get them in here. Ozark Tech will be down to a duo, apparently, for the rest of this. What's the process to get into these games? Well, you have to have two teammates. All of you have to be 12 credit hour students at a college. It has to be the same college, not a sister school college, the same college. You then register for discord.com/collegeapex. And you're here. It's been running for 3 years now. That's right. 3 years. Prize pool sits roughly around $5,000. Actually, there's $10,000 this season. Anyways. Kindly Monkey, TTV. No Chipotle for thee. Abilene Christian University. Able to find knock number uno here. Southeastern Blue, they just got these resets off, and it is already T-Dobbs and Micah is cool getting held out. The MU Bold have been the dominators of the southern side, and they will look to be even better this time around. Nipfen with a slide and a knock to be crowned. Abilene Christian University, one team down. On the other end, Vortec, Ideas. They are literally on an edge of their life here as Nipfen and KQL are peeking both sides at the exact same time. Southeastern will be trying to sneak this one away. Vortec is running for that center of countdown here. Temple is right above this. They might hear these tippy taps. I have to go to sleep, Zeph. I'm praying on the down floor. Tasty go from the sleep down the best. Well, thank you very much, Travis's Caribbean. It was a pleasure to see you, and you're one of my personal fan favorites. Stussy, one of the others here. Vortec on the opposite side is still alive. Temple's going to rotate this one in. But remember, could be knocked at any given point. For Texas A&M Maroon, they don't even get to last. This is the best game USM has seen, but it is just as mean. Digi here from CU Boulder, looking for revenge after getting knocked last game. A quick port play through the other side, and it will be Ozen left alive. Santos Shadesu, thank you for the follow. The quick peek for the Ozen means that you are dead. The quick recovery, and Inked Corey, I gotta give you another love of a follow here just as well. CU Boulder, they are down to a duo. The same to be said, though, for USM. They are getting that revive off everybody on that edge of zone. Let's pop on over, though, to the real edge of the South here. TMU Bold, a couple of trades against Temple as Howell will utilize the Wraith in the evac to get inside zone. I don't know where they're going to land because West Virginia are covering these chokes, I mean, oh so excellently. Howell could be landing onto Vortec, but more importantly, we're going to see the rotate in. Oh! Shot out from above. There is the knock and a half here from Full Sail Armada. Talk about obliteration. West Virginia, their pressure will push TMU Bold into this southeastern choke, but there are 12 squads remaining. Right now, Utah State, a house and building. Kennesaw, who have just ported themselves in. Wright State towards the south. The Guelph Griffins, and there they are on the very, very cusp of zone, CSUDH Cardinal. They do have these two buildings, but I don't know if they know it. Full Sail Armada, they're going to get themselves to home here, as it looks like CU Boulder and USM are still dealing with each other here. For USM, a knock on to Digi, and that is your primary fragger eliminated from the game here. And honestly, it looks like for CU Boulder, it might be CU Pebble. Little peek from around the back there. 120 on the climb up. The port from the other side might be Saviors, but instead, it is Mozamblickies to eliminate you in Sicky. That will be USM there, able to play for this north central position. A couple other squads have gotten themselves on the inside. Little port play from Wright State there. UCF Rising still not in, and here comes West Virginia to play this in. That's my favorite Pro League player, the Ozen boy. God bless. West Virginia, they are still stuck on the edge of zone. Little do they know as YMV will put this portal available. This is the right spot to work with. Cold Snail, don't hate it too much. You know what? You've got a lot to learn, and the only way you can get there is by failing. Most of our teams have a position in this zone. For a squad like CSUDH Cardinal, I'm a little bit upset. You had the chance to play into this building and you lost it. Are there legend bands? Yes, there are. The last legend band was Valkyrie. Echo CB 29-6. Thank you so much for the follow here. Let's see how the rest of them will set themselves up. UCF Rising trying to get inside this zone. They will share the exact same building as Full Sail Armada. Croissant, the portal in as Fuzz is saved by the bell here. Couple of wall plays, and you can see they are already, I mean, they should be putting walls down. For the rest of these teams, though, we get another peek at that next zone ahead. I started my own esports, giving you a rundown how this team works. My team is playing others, we need practice. Brother, this is College Apex, Hyperzai. You play college. You have to be a college team. Sparta, your family misses you. Whatever, bitch. I miss you too, though. I'll see you later tonight if you're still on. All right. Do you not need stream delay during scrims? No. No stream delay during scrims. Oh, Recht has a Kraber. Who gives a shit about anybody else? Recht has a Kraber. Guys, this is like the creme de la creme. What if I make my own college? If you get a registered institution, then yeah. Does Unk still got it? Old man with the Kraber. Bunny on top of the rifle here. It's not really a rifle. I'm not quite sure. I guess no, it is a rifle. Lewis, stop playing with the power strip. Lewis, stop playing with the power strip. My cat is trying to unplug my computer. Anyways, plenty of teams fighting. USU Goats, they got themselves a position in zone. The Guelph Griffins are watching as it looks like YMV here from the other side. is catching all of these late rotates. CSUDH Cardinal, USM on the interior. There's the EMP play against them. Sleep King is trying to push inside, but it's Thalys from the back here. Thalys with the peak play. The Ocean dropping down. The burns and a half. And that's it for CSU Caller. Let's see how it goes. They've got themselves this high ground position in zone. Plenty of teams are working for their life. CSU barely have a position as West Virginia, or, well, Wright State actually makes a great play to play the underside here. USU, they've got the building. 210 there. That will stunt for now a little bit of this roster, but USU should be able to heal this one out. West Virginia able to walk this one in. Guelph also coming in towards the underside here. Let's pop on back to KSU Gold. They said they would win this time in, time out. I don't miss Trethmichi. That guy ghosted MNSU. Schmalls, welcome to the chat. How many games are left tonight? 2 more after this. Kennesaw discovering the final rotates ahead. Rampart walls available, and Lightened is down, and you have to shoot back. That'll be it for Kennesaw there. Meanwhile, Full Sail Armada, not much better. You've got a wall of a play, and it is just Thalys up above here, filing some of these squads. Couple of big burns there, and that will be USM down a member. That is your Wraith, so no safety for this one. Theozen is already extending out here. This building in particular, held by many. Right now, West Virginia, USU Goats, and TMU Bold on the low ground, as we'll see how they'll fare here. None of them will be in, but at least they have a little bit of zone to work with. Shout out to USM. They just barely got Thalys back into play here, and will likely get attack all the way back up to height. That height, though, is not as good as gravy. For YMV, finding these remaining members of USU is a guaranteed success mark for Goth Apex. 1 remaining member for the Utah State roster, and there's going to be the Zippies on the outside. YMB to trade, up on high ground. The full rotate from TMU Bold will come back to bite them with a double knockdown. The full thirst for YMB as the shield swaps are available, and West Virginia are resetting here. I don't know who the hell is coming down from the sky, but they are about to eat lead in the chamber. Meanwhile, looks like Wright State, a full burn, and that's USM clearing out their underside. West Virginia, a couple of full heals here. And for USU, they just barely got chirped back into play. Nitfin as a rat, Utah as a duo. West Virginia to dive to the low ground. That will be the Guelph Griffins finished off, and it is YMB setting up for exterior rotates here. There's Utah State just behind them, and you have to be so careful because they could end your game before you're allowed to participate in it. Thalys with a knock onto Utah State. YMB is peeking either side here, but remember, you have USM on all angles. For some reason, the piercing spikes are not landing the way they want them. USM, EMP available, and that should start off the final moments of this game. University of Southern Mississippi have been looking for a dub all day here. This is the return that they have been waiting for. All they need to do is deliver. West Virginia down a member. A couple of final burns here. Dallas with a final knock, and Southern Mississippi will take game 4. Oh my God! Talk about a final finish. Thalys W, Theozen Viz, and Theozen. Congratulations on the dub here. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for the 23,000 likes. Let's pop on over to the scoreboard. Last time around, I asked you guys, looking at the prediction, it was, what would be the highest damage? Over under 2,200 here. Let's take a look and see exactly where it falls. Game 4, player standings. The highest was 3,264, topping the cake as the highest damage sussed out of this entire single one. That is the likes of, I assume, Viz absolutely dominating there. Thalys right behind him. And why Envy does make a claim for 3, but almost all the members of University of Southern Mississippi right there in the top 4. Congratulations to those of you who took the over. It's an upset on the prediction. The overall standings now, USM in the lead with 54. West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju, another third place finish. Damn good placement. But the KP has not been incredible. 19 for KSU Gold there. Tamu Maroon with 18 KP, 37, 34, 33 tie with CU Boulder and UCF Knights. USU Goats in 7th with 30. Because he's here currently in chat, I could just do this. I'm going to call him. Fabian Pina, thank you so much for the follow. Answer the phone. Answer the phone, Thalys. Thalys, answer the phone. Thalys, answer the phone. Quick interview, Thalys. Answer it.
Yo, what is good?
Congratulations, Thalys, on the incredible victory of that last game. How does it feel to finally look like a real team?
Bro, it was really good, really great. Felt amazing.
I'll tell you what, you guys had a couple of rough games there. How'd you turn it around going into the 4th game?
I mean, this was like my second game, so like, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, so it's all you, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, all me, bro. Theozium throwing so bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One last
Theozium.
thought before you leave. Any words to share towards Kindly Monkey?
I mean, come on now. Touche.
All right, good luck. I wish you the best of luck.
I got a
on your
Ryzen,
final
bro.
game of
Ah,
this
hell
thing.
no.
Yeah. Shut up. Best of luck. Good luck on Storm Point. We'll see if he wins the next 2 games of the day. Man, y'all shit on Apez. Hunchu, thank you so much for the comment. You're the type of guy who would roll in dick shit. Thank you so much. USM gets gapped by Cumberland anyways. Honestly, so far this semester, it has looked party bad. Hey, I'm on right now. All right, I don't give a shit. Anyways, let's see how it goes. We're going to go to our last 2 games of the day. West Virginia and KSU Gold are the teams you're rooting for. Well, I'll tell you what, at 54 for USM, KSU Gold has to get a monumental, what is that? 20, they have to get, I don't know what that is. I can't do math. I give up. 49 points, though, for West Virginia. They are oh so closer. This game of Storm Point could decide it all. It is going to be the Wraith banned after this game. Alien, by the way, thank you for the follow. Let's pop back in to Storm Point here. The Ozenthal said you're throwing. Zephyr, want to come to MNSU to join us at the Safe Sex Carnival? They have guessed the number of condoms in a jar? I mean, I'm down. Everybody should practice safe sex. I highly recommend it. It is the smart thing to do. There's literally no reason ever not to. And if you're an active participant, you take yourself to the doctor every once in a while and get yourself checked. You'll find out a lot about yourself, You're talking to gamers, bro. They won't know anything you just said. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a reason why I really suck at Apex Legends. We get a little peek of the zone here, and one of the teams that will have first pickings is the University of Calgary Genesis. Right alongside them, West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju. While they do not have a scan of zone, I'm curious to see if they go for the full send. Dallas already flying his way into the wall. He knows where this final zone is going, and he is looking for a second USM win on the day. For the rest of these squads, they got a lot more space to cover here. Temple, Indiana, very close. We'll see how this goes. Texas A&M, a couple of point-blank shots available for them, but they are dipping and diving around the house. That'll be Grapp will start this one off to find knock number 1 against Wrecked Emporium here. Unk has been found out by the younger of duos, a completely freshman roster, showing up and showing out against the older Kennesaw State. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, my girlfriend is Speed Demon, bro. I would never cheat on Speed Demon. Enlightened, kanji character, quick to get a banner recovery, but Texas A&M is here for the zip-up play for KSU Gold. The top 3 position they have currently could not last for long. No you on one side, Nemesis there, a crack around the back, 64 on the other end. And it is a peek around the opposite side as that revive comes through. That heal is critical as it allows KSU to barely get themselves set back up, but there's the double jump. Point blank PK knock. Wrecked Emporium again found, and it will be Tamu looking for the push play on the inside here. Kennesaw State as a duo. Can they survive against the trio? A 66 point blank PK walkout. Another on the end. 99. A re-knock from Graf there. Up from the other side. And it will be Kennesaw Gold eliminated as the very first team, even though they are in the top 3 currently. TMU Bold will get a wipe of their own against the Guelph Griffins all the way down here towards the southern side of zone. Are these just colleges, universities from the States, or international colleges, university allowed? It is the North American area. So, TMU Bold, this is a Canadian university located, I believe, in Canada. Of course, you have other schools. Southeastern's from Oklahoma. Full Sail Armada is from Florida. Wright State is from Wright. Utah State. USM, they will defend their position at B's on the northern side of zone. And for UFC Genesis, this is another Canadian school that we take a peek into. For Baltica, well, he might not be one ball tickler. That will be probably his final moment shared here. Thalys, a quick and easy pickup on the inside of Wall. Arriving this early to Wall is practically a death sentence when we talk about these rosters. For Abilene Christian University, though, they have been struggling day in, day out. Chirp with a knock from Utah State here. Data Ray and the rest of Goth Apex have to wait out this Rolling Thunder. Data Ray able to dodge it right now from the edge, and it is an EMP play that will stop Utah State for now. Still, for Abilene Christian University, we'll see how this goes. If Loving Zephyr is Right State, I don't want to be wrong State. God, you're so kind to me. Oh, I love you. Abilene Christian University, though, I haven't been loving them much. As a fellow Texan, they have been struggling, and this time around, they actually do have T-Dobbs on the roster. Now, it looks like for Texas A&M, they've had a couple of issues ahead. No U is already dropped here, and CSUDH Cardinal is still stuck in that, IMC Armory. Fiber! Oh, wow, that's a really good name, I just realized. Fiber, thank you for the follow. Looks like for CSUDH Cardinal, a couple of exchanges back, but instead, they are going to get their recovery. It is Arc, once again, set up with this Rampart to cover with the Sheila here. Remember, though, YNV is always looking for additional KP. She never slows down. Hey, Coach Squid, that is my man. Thank you so much for the 5 subscriptions. That's a guy who just dropped $25 where it counts. Lionheart Hero, Lump Zero, Centurion TV, Void Expert, and Saucy Schlidroth. I hope you enjoy your subs, courtesy of Coach Squids. And don't worry, Squid, I'll only tell your baby. And by your baby, I don't mean your wife, I mean your legitimate child. I will find them, and I will tell them. The majority of our teams, though, they are just as thankful, trying to fight their way in for now. Abilene Christian University, they might be full sent here by TMU Bold. I cannot believe he is literally point-blank ziplining towards him. He should be dead, but it is a T-Dobbs knock. Guardian here, the last remaining member for Abilene Christian University, stuck in Cedo Station for now. For Guardian, you've got Utah State on one side, TMU Bold, who has truly been amping up here towards the end of this game. And for them, I mean, you barely have options ahead here for crafting. You do have one in Cascade Falls, but it is truly not that good. Wright State, they've gotten themselves to the high ground for now. They could keep walking this forward, but they may run into CU Boulder here in just a second. That sniper primed and ready. Triple take in hand of Digi. Plenty of other teams playing the center zone. For UCF Rising, they are right alongside USM. At some point here, USM did lose out on Thalys. This time around, there is no crafter available in the wall here. The closest one for them is all the way in checkpoint or down here towards the Cascades again. So USM likely or forced to play this one out as a duo for the rest of today. Indiana University up on high, and there goes West Virginia. A wrap around the back to give them the next position in zone. They could look for this building for that ping, but we'll have to wait and see. Temple University, couple of rotates inside of the choke. Full Sail Armada could be following through for now. Let's take a look at TMU Bold. The Cascades area, it may not be the place for these teams to call home this game, but it's got prime real estate for kills galore. TMU Bold, double knocks down, Stussy full thirsted, and again, it is just Vortec left alive here. I'll be honest, folks, for Vortec, this is a struggle and a half. You're gonna have to pray at you will, because here comes the rest of TMU Bold already aliving. Now, you do have Ozark Tech, a little peek from the side, but that longbow shot just gave you away. There is no holdout here, and Killer Penguins is even shot back by KQ All. KQ All, a couple of fantastic pushes here, and hell, he might even look for it. There's the zip line, and this man single-handedly is taking it to him. Ozark now down to one member remaining. There's the runaway, potentially from the Octane. Killer Penguin, still stuck inside, will finally be able to get the run out towards the west. For Vortec, I don't know how this is possible, but Vortec has managed to survive for so long here. The rest of TMU Bold, they're going to cater towards the edge of this zone and keep these dreams a-going. Now, it does look the banner recovery for USM was successful, and they were able to get a Moby and keep this one going. I can't hit more than 9 on my PK. You're telling me, man. Oh my gosh, Vortec actually got a knock. All right, well, TMU Bold will finish off Vortec. It wasn't that much of a surprise. Killer Penguins here. A couple of wide sweeping exchanges out towards the edge of this choke. I mean, he is just barely going to live. My older brother just found your TikTok live stream. What's your older brother's name? Give me his full name. I want his full name. Logan. Oh, Logan FN? Yeah, I just saw Logan a second ago. Zach Rawson, I just saw you. Raw dog on them, son. All right, anyways. A couple of other teams to keep their rotates a-going here. Up on high, UNCG as a duo. Looks like King Jojo will find that knock on Howl, and this actually does take it to a 2v2 equation. Simplicity and Linux to keep dropping down. Schmalls, thank you for joining my TikTok chat, you weirdo. Sometimes I think about giving my boss the stream link, but then I'm just like, maybe this is the gist for me. Hey, sometimes you gotta have a lot of fun. Well, hey, if Wig can, I'll say this right now, if Wig can get away with it and become the B stream for ALGS, there's literally no excuse for what I'm saying. That guy talked about rimming out his asshole at Japan with water jets, all right? Like, come on. What makes us nice how what was so true, Smalls. So true. Well, looks like Full Sail Armada has got some KP themselves. Kanji character, I would like to hydrate, but I just don't have it. Locke is a fat fuck. Thank you so much. Welcome back. I wonder who that actually is. For Utah State here. To be honest, they have been granted survival by the hands of Indiana University. Newcastle resets coming through from the other end, and you have to wonder, is Utah State going to peak this? YNB is truly the benefactor of it all. CSUH Cardinal will be full thirsted, and instead, YNB's looking for the port play right behind these edges here. 30-30 shots, dirty, come on YNB. The Prowlers single-handedly are distracting. That is tough. What if it is Locke? Wait, that actually is kind of funny. Zen, thank you for the follow. See you, Boulder. Well, they might live up to their name. See you, Boulder, potentially on the other side of the equation here. Only 50 health to Gigi, and that will likely be the end of this roster down below. And it is the Rolling Thunder that does them away. Right State the successors. Texas A&M now, a fight against the UCF Knights. They currently have the exact same position, but USM, that's who I'll be taking a look at. There's once again no Thalys in this end. CU Boulder, Allegolder. That's pretty good. I don't know why my mod detection denied that. Indiana University will be full thirsted out. It is at the assistance, though, of YNV here. She is trying to peek this. Wipe out USM early. Couple full thirsts for USM, and they are still in it here. 9 squads remaining. Full Sailor Mod on the inside, up towards the edge. Temple University, both members back. Utah State playing the exterior, this is where the zone will finish. West Virginia inside their building. Thalys coming back in here for USM. YMB though with a knock. The Ozen with one of his own. And for the likes of West Virginia, you should take this fight while you have minor advantage. A couple of nade plays and YMB will get the crawl back against West Virginia. UCF Rising on one building, Wright State in the choke, and yes, UCF Knights and Texas A&M Maroon, arguably the farthest spot to work with here. We'll see how this goes. 9 squads left. The likes of Temple and Utah State are contesting for the best possible position. West Virginia, Wesleyan, they're going to give themselves their building again. Hopefully Indiana straight into us from God's spot to die. So true, bro, so true. UCF Knights, a couple of peak plays from Texas A&M, and it is still not the answer they need. Full Sail has moved on, so for Texas A&M, this is a good fight to take. Burns around the back there from Grap to start it off. A couple of peeks behind the Newcastle, but the mobile shield will make a difference. There's the Sheila, ripping and tearing on through. 48, and it is going to be UCF getting another rotation to succeed here. There they are on the bare edge of the stairwell. But for both of these rosters, they do not have the success they want. No, you dropped here, and the zone is beginning to close. That's it for Utah at the hands of Temple over towards the northern side of zone. A rotate from Grap, only 10 found. Grap and Arc sitting on the outside. A Sheila ready and waiting. There's the Catalyst wall. A knock of 1, a knock of 2, and single-handedly, it will be Tam Muvaroon wiping out the entire UCF Knights squad. 2v3 here. They'll now race this one out to the edge, and realistically, this is about as bad as it gets. For Full Sail Armada, though, they are contesting for arguably the best position in zone right now. Up on high, a dive to the low ground. USM is peppering from the other angle. A peek up to height here, and Full Sail is partially, at least, separated. Temple as a trio, now getting shot from USM on the come up here. There's Theozen, a knock of 1 on the ring. Croissant and a couple of other knocks down towards the south, but this fight will decide the end game. It is now just Theozen alive behind the blue boxes. YMB here. Once again, beginning to wrap this as we'll say goodbye to Texas A&M Maroon. That's it for USM, and we are down to 4 squads remaining. Temple stuck within a crack. Up above, Full Sail Armada. Down below, West Virginia Wesleyan looking to finish off some easy KP here in the wall. This arguably might be the best game for West Virginia. So Tax Wraith, 1 pop down, J-Bub as well, and the Sheila is no crown. Wright State eliminated, Temple to go as well, and we are down to a straight 3v3. Full Sail Armada, all of them up on high, and West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju. Now realistically, West Virginia is the better team here. YMB looking for those entry 30-30 shots, and it is a fairly even spread of damage. Kai and Drake and Dean PS just slowly arriving. We are going mano-y-mano arenas to finish this matchup here. Couple of 3v3 exchanges. Grapple Juice is the first to start to pressure on the interior of zone. Bonkuno and Malicious need to get this right alongside them. Kai and Drake, though, there is the big walls that could make a difference. I think YMB will be the first one to find a knock here. 41 damage down, Flesh on the other side, and she is critical to this operation. Major damage on either end here. And for West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju, you would think that would be the go button, but they are here for the slow take. Another 30-30 shot from YMB. The Knuckle Cluster will pressure them back, but the Power Amp will get the full health available here. Couple burns around the other side. Who has to move first? The pole is closer to the West Virginia roster. So for Full Sail Armada, they have to make a more of a lion's leap to get them into the zone. We'll see how this one goes. 29,000 likes on TikTok, by the way. Thank you so much, guys. Here we go. Let's see how this one finishes off. YMB is going to take the risk. An EMP to follow through. Doesn't dodge out on the slow, but is still here for the snow. Massive arc stage. A thermite to follow. Up on high. YMB will burn. And West Virginia take dub number 2 of the day. Talk about clean and easy. Squeaky lemon peasy. Let's pop on over to the scoreboard here while we are waiting for the very final game of the day for West Virginia Wesleyan. They have guaranteedly popped up to first place. Let's take a look. A quick refresh. And yes, with 2 wins, 2 third-place finishes, West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju is now 8 points ahead of USM. Texas A&M Maroon right there alongside them at 45 points, albeit it will be hard to break the catch-up to USM. Not impossible, but very hard. For Full Sail Armada, they make a massive jump with a second-place finish, 16 points there, and a 3-way tie between Kennesaw Gold, UCF Knights, and TMU Bold. L. Schmalls, welcome. I might have to look at this profile. Hold on, I'm looking at this profile. Is this Logan? Yeah, that's probably Logan. Logan, welcome. I talk about your brother all the time. Not gonna lie, I think Evie is good, but still overrated. What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Like, it's in this lobby, currently the best player is YMV. Like, it's not even a question. 23 kills on the day. The most. 9,500 damage. You're a bitch if you think YMV is not a good player. MV is fantastic. And I'm not just saying that. She's got the stats to prove it. This woman right here is doing better than 59 plus of you other schlubs right now. It's not even close. I never said she wasn't good. Brother, you said she was overrated. That might as well be saying she's ass. Did Viz? No, it was Speed Demon, Dom. It was Speed Demon. Speed, we might have to get a divorce. We might have to get a divorce after that one. She just has too much hype around her. What are you talking about? She has just enough hype around her. She has just enough hype. She's good. She is an excellent player. You gotta be trolling, bro. You gotta be trolling. That is cap. That is the cappest cap I have ever heard. Single-handedly. Definitely an inspiration for Women Apex. There you go. There you go. Zephyr, thoughts on Alyssa Liu? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. No more games? Jameer, we got one more game to go. I'm just ranting. Zephyr, I better hear you talking about me like this when they fry my ass. Dom, in fairness, I'm arguably one of your biggest defenders because everyone likes to fuck on you. I don't know why. Anyways, last game of the day. West Virginia leads 71 points. USM here in second with 63. Here we go. 45, 38, 37, 37. One last prediction on the day. Thoughts on a singular frog? I like that guy. Who wins? West Virginia Wesleyan, USM, TAMU Maroon, Full FSA, KSU Gold. I'm going to give you guys the biggest bet of a lifetime. UCF Knights, TMU Bold. I don't think Ozark are making a comeback, Clinton. I do respect the vibe, though. CU Boulder, USU Goats, someone else. Here you guys go. A monument of a prediction. Wait. I made it 30 seconds. Okay, you have 30 seconds. Get the prediction. You have 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Get the prediction in. 20 seconds. And 18 seconds. 17 seconds. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Put your points on the line. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna redo that one. Who wins? USM, TAMU, FSA, KSU, TMU Bold, CU Boulder, Temple University, USU, someone else. Okay, you guys have 5 minutes to get that bet in. Small guy, you've redeemed a listen in with who? I'm not quite sure who. Also, the games are officially started. Join a random VC in Vesa and ask them what they think about scrims. Incredible choice. All right, let's go join someone in Vesa.
10 seconds behind.
Hey, what do you guys think about scrims?
Schmovement. Who is that? We're playing.
What do you think about scrims?
That's someone on our call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zephyr, what are you doing?
What do you think about
We're in
scrims?
scrims. Fuck off. I muted him.
I'm just moving up to try and see if I can't grab the Evo.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. They don't know. They just harassed a pro ALGS caster, bro. Pierce, they do not think about scrims. Guys, I don't think they think about scrims. I got egoed. I got hard egoed by the Vesa kids. I'm muting him. They did mute my ass. They mute my ass so quick. 3 minutes left on the prediction. Get your prediction in. I reset it. For UNCG varsity, they will not be a part of that. I think you need to try somebody else. I don't think. They had to lock in on them silver lobbies stuff. Average rank of the lobby is probably, I would say, plat. Plat diamond, if I had to guess. And plat is a deep one. Now for the UCF Knights, they've got themselves a tussle against the muscle of Ozark Tech. For Clinton Smith, this might be the end of your love for Ozark here. UCF Knights. Let's see how it goes. Is this a 19-team scrim? No, Dom, the 20th team just died. You just missed it, bro. And the time that you sent your last message to this message, we just watched them die. For the USU Goats, they will die in Cenote Cave. And that is one of our first teams eliminated. Do not bet on Utah State, guys. For Ozark, though, they're truly the team you won't want to bet against. For Ure, they will be found out. But for the rest, I mean, you might as well be dead already. Point blank charge rifle and Sloshy Medusa down on the low ground. That will be out for Ozark here. Yeah, sorry to say, no more Ozark. For CSUDH Cardinal, might not be no more of them. Let's take a look at CSU Gold. A type of run and a half here for them. Honestly, it's so damn fast for Enlightened. My man, oh my gosh, actually gets the blow up on the EMP. Point blank, CSUDH Cardinal. It will be a singular frog wiped out here. 16 squads remaining. And I'll tell you what, Game 6 of Scrims always becomes a kill fest. I will say the majority of our teams are playing towards the final zone here. You've got already Full Sail Armada, TMU Bold up on height. Inside the trio, Southeastern, who will likely die soon. up on height. See you, Boulder. I'm going to rip out some nose hairs to bide the time. Oh, fuck me. Indiana University in their own way. Oh, fuck me. On the outside of Lagoon, UCF Rising. Everybody else also trying to set themselves up for West Virginia Wesleyan Kaijo as a trio. We'll see how it goes. Jasper stole MVP from me and Zephyr cast tourney. I'm kind of pissed at Jasper right now. That's honestly... That's so funny, man. Looks like for TMU Bold, though, what's funny for them is not funny for us. It is a near-death moment, but it is just KQL who's going to get a reset there. Talk about final couple of teams remaining. Wright State up on high ground here. Texas A&M Maroon. They have got a damage diff and a half. No, you will be traded back. EMP. And here comes West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju to potentially come in here. YMB, Dean, Kai and Drake. They have already got... What the fuck was that? What was that? We just showed up and blew out the Trident. We didn't even fight. They didn't even fight. They just blew up the Trident and left. This isn't even real. I'm not... Okay, Texas A&M Maroon will no longer have their Trident. Wright State is just staggering Page, and somehow, some way, we'll be able to walk past Abilene Christian University. A couple of other squads here for Temple University. They've got Indiana University 2v2. You know what? That drop is honestly just in the nick of time. You gotta help Swipe feel the rhythm and the rhyme. Jamaican bobsled team, cool runnings. They didn't do too well, though, in the duo bobsled team. I'm listening to their comms, and then they went blow up the car and then silence for 15 seconds. What the hell? These guys are trolling. Trolling. All right, Indiana University, they're going to get a reset there. Howell, the last remaining member for Temple University, is hosting a damn good position in zone. Sometimes we see this over towards the height, but this building in particular... I mean, if this one goes all the way out towards the east, can be very good. It does look like this one is going to finish, though, directly here. So right now, TMU Bold arguably have one of the best positions. Looks like the Guelph Griffins could be dying to West Virginia Wesleyan here. A quick peek from the Kaiju roster says that Kai and Drake is going to have to be stuck on that revive. Plum Toaster and Zakaria, a 2v3 scenario. Make it a 1v3. I guarantee you YMV, if she knew this roster was healthy, would be sending it. Instead, it's just a couple of long-range 30-30 shots. Plum Toaster rotating this one in. And hell, able to find that Trident for recovery. Southeastern, they just saw the knock and rotate a phase. Arcstar for Arcstar. All you need to do is but peek and play. Yeah, he ain't here, guys. I don't know where the fuck he was, but he ain't here. FaZe and Ur, 2v3, alt F forward, and hopped on Val. Real. All right. YNV and the rest of them, as you heard from Coach Squid, get in the car. We're killing the solo in the chase. Plum Toaster's already around the back here. He has gotten rid of his... Oh, my God. We have got the Sheila out. Of all things... We're going to have the dime of dozen finish the job. And for West Virginia Wesleyan, they're just barely going to be able to get this rotate out and away from Indiana University and actually over towards one of the best positions in zone. TMU Bold, a trade on to the final rat of Temple. And for West Virginia, this could be the third-party exchange to get themselves set up for the end zone. It's already a lot of KP here. Kai and Drake with a knock on to Nitfin. There's the arc snare, stopping them in their tracks. YMB with the port play, deep and around the back here. Got to get the thermite to blow out these doors. One has already been found. YMB with the drop onto Initfen. A follow through on the thirst onto Xylot. And for TMU Bold, they are down to just AQL here. final member remaining. A thermite towards the other side. The revive is being stuck, but the peak play ends in death. Indiana University, though, this is the primed of all opportunities. Dean PS already knocked down. It is up to YNV. It is a quick revive onto Kai and Drake here. And YNV needs to be absolutely perfect. There's the burn in the back. Double knocks down. And for West Virginia, the third party is what does them in. Now, they got a decent chunk of KP, but you have now given arguably one of the best positions in zone over to second place USM. I'm not saying USM will win this one, but when there's this little rosters left in the lobby, you might as well already be winning. 49, Cyber down. Indiana, 2 left that hold the crown. There's the long range with Thalys to find Swipe. Just Factor left alive here, running for his life. 53-42, Indiana University U. There's the rest of the UCF Knights. A peak play, but as a duo, you're in the phase. They might as well keep this one down to the low ground. Southeastern are still in it. 6 squads remaining. Teams like TAMU are holding out these late edge rotating squads of Wright State. And Abilene Christian University are gifted one of their best games of the day, albeit I wouldn't call it that much of a game. The 6th game of Scrims. Ain't much to highlight. No, you will get a drop onto Staggering Page, and will already lead this fight ahead. There's the crack around the back. 13, and that man will hit the sack. J-Bub knocked. A dive from Grap. The rest of Wright State there. Sniped out here as the EMP will represent. One final remaining member right behind the corner. TAMU Maroon. An easy 3 for these goons. All right. Looks like you're a full thirst coming his way. USM understand that there's no one here to play today. A piercing spike will be launched to the ground as the Newcastle wall is where our man will be found. FaZe is running, dead already. Ur is here. Not much else to say there. That's going to be Ur ratting this one out, and it could either be Southeastern or USM picking up that KP. Dallas is looking at this, but they understand that they have a fight already on the take. A couple of peeks around the back. Beams that will potentially put Southeastern down whether they like it or lack. Well, couple of piercing spikes there. A big beam around the back. Honestly, even with the Newcastle revive, USM is not going to cut them some slack. Double flesh found, and this will be the end of Southeastern as we bury them in the ground. Do you guys like the rhyming? Are you having fun with the rhyming? Your 5K channel points just got thrown? Well, that's just how it goes. It does look like Ur, though, will find a knock and makes it a 2v2 against USM here. Ur versus the FaZe versus Thalys and the rest of USM. The revive has been stuck, but not before Theozen is low. A couple of snipes. The rest of Ur and the FaZe, they had everything going their way, but they just stopped and didn't come through to play. The wall will give them their health. And that's going to be the reset for USM. A big snipe from Arc on the other end, and that will actually be Texas A&M who finds the knock against UCF there. I mean, it's tough. Tough to be said. Grap, Know You, Arc, a trio here for Texas A&M. Down below, the UCF Knights will be finished out by USM. We're down to 3 squads remaining. Abilene Christian University does pick up a Kraber in hand. TAMU Maroon. They will fly themselves into the heart of zone. And for Abilene Christian University, walking up the edge of this one. I mean, they dropped the Kraber. No one is playing with the Kraber. Maybe Guardian's going to play with the Kraber. Either way, USM, Texas A&M. If this fight isn't absolutely clean off of this EMP play, it is going to be Abilene Christian University who wins the day. 150 damage down to start this fight. TAMU Maroon, the full send, will give them a fright. There's the beam, but it's really on the other side of the wall. There's the 26 shots to come through for it all. Abilene Christian University, though, like I said, a knock to be found, and a thirst will find Theozen dead. 3 squads remaining. 8 up alive. Abilene University Christian will chase as they thrive. Micah is cool though. Shot in the back. You can never catch Tamu Maroon. Caught out of slack there. A quick revive down to below. USM, they might be able to pick up some dough. A couple of knocks. There's the gas. Oh, why are we diving? That's quite crass. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm rhyming. I'm randomly rhyming for the final couple exchanges here. All right. We are now officially USM versus Abilene Christian University, a 2v3 scenario. I honestly think USM can do it. Abilene has not looked good all day long. Neither of them. No, Thalys does have a Moby, but the minute Thalys drops this Moby down, you might as already be dead here. T-Dobbs looking, and honestly, USM has this. Speed Demon, I genuinely would not hold it against them. Thalys is now rotating all the way towards the backside, and this right here, this is the moment that seals their fate. Abilene Christian University, no push play, no forward assault. Guardian, he even have he has the EMP, but he's not playing with it. It is just a single 35 damage for Abilene Christian University. You need to get these knocks. And the mistake has already been made here. Up on high ground, a mano-a-mano 3v3 exchange. Micah is cool, and Thalys will find Guardian down for USM 3v1, a final win to seal off our scrims here. Congratulations to USM on that one. Honestly, it was practically guaranteed. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. We had 3 people bet on USM. They will be gifted 10,000 points on this spread. The ones who just won it is none other than FPS Aether, Little HJ, and Dat Boys Ain't. Congratulations on one hell of a bet. That's one of my favorite bets. Yeah, there you go. You will be awarded 12,000 channel points here. Oh my God, talk about a landslide. All right, folks, that is it for Apex Legends. We got a tier list coming on. We had more fun, though. You know what, Dean? Sometimes you do. End of the day, it will be the USM Switcheroo, 87 there, West Virginia Wesleyan Kaiju. Tamu Maroon holds on with 3rd place there for 61. UCF Knights, TMU Bold get the jump up, 45, 46. 42 for KSU Gold. Weren't able to hold on to the top 5 as Full Sail Armada dropped 3 positions after that last game. CU Boulder, Temple University, USU Goats, CSUDH Cardinal, Indiana University, Southeastern Blue, and Abilene finally jumping up. 10K points. FPS Aether, congratulations at that. Now let's pop on over to my favorite website because you guys know exactly what time it is. That's right. Week 2 has finalized here, and we have to decide who the best teams here in our power rankings are. So, let me rename this one real quick. Power rankings, Stage 2, Week 2. We've all been waiting for this one. Let's pull up the overstat. Octane Collegiate. MNSU in 40th? No. Not yet. Not yet. MNSU has not looked too terrifyingly good, but that doesn't mean they are out of it. There we go. Good scrim day. Good scrim day today. All right. There is Lobby 1. There is Lobby 2. Cumberland does win the day. Fisher Esports, they are right behind them with 1 point here. Are you guys ready for this one? You ready? All right, that's my answer. All right, how did KSU Black do? Pretty good. Ottawa Braves. Anyone really pop off respectively? Ottawa looked good. Where's Ottawa in my power rankings? I mean, they're right there. Utah's getting nuked? How did Utah do? Oh, 13th with 20. That is tough. They still don't have Mez, though. I mean, the fact of the matter is that this roster has not been playing with Mez. All right. UCSD Gold is definitely getting a jump this week. They are going to surpass Utah. They will likely also surpass Bellevue. Because I'm not going to lie, Bellevue has just not been looking good. Bellevue will fall. MSU, there's Ottawa. Not gonna lie, USM might be taking a break too here. Like, Ottawa's definitely better than USM right now, for sure. Do I think KSU Black or Ottawa is better? Well, this last game alone, it is tough. I mean, it's just KP different. Oh, I may be biased, but I think KSU Black is still better than Ottawa right now. Like, pound for pound, they've had more consistency over these last few weeks than Ottawa has. Some may disagree, and you know what? I disagree with them. What am I looking at? Why? There we go. West Virginia Wesleyan got to be above 29th. Yeah, we'll make a change there in a little bit. How did Calgary do? Oh, not amazing. How did MNSU do? Not amazing either. Okay. UCSD's getting the jump. They are consistent and have been doing well. Oh, shit. Whose fucking things did I... Whatever. We'll just delete them. They're going to get deleted anyways. Yeah. So, UCSD, they're doing decently. Damn, UCSD in the single digits. Not anymore, minus tempo. Not anymore. They were in the single digits last week. This week, I can't say the same. All right. Bellevue is still not the worst. But maybe we give some credit back to CSFU. Going to the school this week in that case. Yeah, you might have to teach him a lesson. Who's good on KSU Black? Limbox is pretty damn good right now. Elixirs is really good. All right. Is Bellevue going down a peg? They were 8th last week. They went up a peg. Do I really think CSUF is better than them right now? No. I know they literally won above them, but it's by 1 point. I still think Bellevue is better. Oh man, 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 oh man. Oh, Southern Mississippi is really high. Oh, Southern Mississippi is really high right now. Maybe we place them here. Give them a little knockdown. I know CSUF Blue did better than them, but it's barely better. It's barely better. And still, for CSFU, it is still a jump up into 8th overall. I'm just waiting for one good weekend back for both of them, you know? I think it's out there for either of these rosters. How did Bellevue go up? 6th, 7th? All right. No more extra thought to that one. Ottawa, not in a good spot. TMU, not in a good spot either. Illini Orange, I gave them a little too much credit there. SJSU Blue's going to get a jump. St. Clair, Hawaii, U of C Exodus. How bad did Houston do? About as bad as we thought. How bad did KSU Gold do? About as bad as we thought. Okay. Hawaii versus U of C. Huh. This is tough to say. Like, I don't want to just rank them by rank them, but, I mean, we've got Hawaii versus U of C, and Hawaii is definitively better. Does St. Clair make the jump this week? St. Clair gets a little bit better. Ow. Fuck. Ottawa's dropping down. I think West Virginia is going to move up. I think West Virginia is my 20th right now. Especially now that they have that team. TMU Bold might drop down too, but should I really? RIT? The fans would love a good RIT switch up. We'll keep them there slightly. Albeit, I do think West Virginia is better than TMU Bold right now. I think Minnesota is better than St. No, I think St. Clair's better. Hawaii's better than that. KSU's like right here, maybe. Maybe Utah, Hawaii. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and now we're just comparing shit and shit. Who won Scrims? USM did. Guys, I think I am cooking with this. The ZP poll. The ZP poll knows what's up right now. The ZP poll is worse than the AP poll? Arguably, some would say. All right. Hey. You guys lost your channel points. That's okay. There will always be a chance to redeem yourself. All right, let's take a look at the other lobby. Purdue is looking good. Purdue is almost right where I want them. Samu, RIT, Purdue. You know what? Let's give Purdue some love right there on the edge. RIT as well. Who else performed in this bottom one? ISU are there now. Iowa shouldn't drop very much. I feel like they should be about the same. Oh, we're kind of punishing them for RIT and Purdue. But I do think this is accurate. Ottawa just looked terrible. Ottawa has not been looking good. If I redeem the listen to a team, sure. Absolutely. Go ahead. Yo, Anthony Madrano, thank you for the like. All right. Give me the clip. Look in your general chat. Okay. Is it not the mama? Is it that one? From frickin'... Is it really this one? Really? All right. Enjoy this cult classic TV show. I hate this kid's voice.
Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
You do that one more time and I'm gonna throw you across the room.
Not the mama. Wee, oof.
Why are you making me do this, bro?
Wanna give daddy a kiss?
Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
Why?
Not the mama. Not the mama.
That is starting to bother me.
Not the mother, not the mother.
There's a question attached with it. Yes, the...
Who loves me?
Not the mama.
This is how Lewis treats you.
Right now. I have had it up to here with this not the mama. I am not the mama. I'm your daddy. And you only get one, Buster. And that is what you're going to call me. Daddy. Now say...
Lewis is very sweet with me. I want you to know that.
Say daddy. Okay. All right. All right. Say dad.
Da.
Say dee.
Dee.
Da.
Da.
For 3,000 points, you can take over my stream for like 1 minute 30 seconds.
Fred.
Daddy.
He loves me. Listen to him.
Daddy. 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 Not the mama.
Thanks. All right, well, I'll leave this on in the background while we wait. Anyways, back to... We lost all our viewers because of that. I hope it was worth it. Thank you so much. Not the mama, old show for sure. It is. All right. Southeastern. I gave them a little bit of credit last week. I really shouldn't have. Alabama has outperformed them, albeit... Wow, the Guelph Griffins really sucked. Kind of a tough spot for Guelph. What, did they have their teammates? Yeah, kinda. Ish. And then canonically that baby dies? What kind of shit were you guys watching? All right, MST for sure is down. Arkansas is not much better. I think Utah Summit, we're gonna have a conversation about them for sure. But I do think they're slightly better. And then Guelph, I will give them a little bit of a dose of credit here. Albeit, yeah, just that. U.S. Naval didn't play? What are we doing? What are we doing? You can't miss the games. At that point, I have no choice. I have no choice. Check out the ending. Dan works for reference and breaks the free seal. The same one got canceled. They went for environmental about the mushroom. Jesus. They're serving the country? No, they should be playing Apex. That's like a goated roster, and they're selling. All right, Alabama. I can give Alabama a little bit of credit, but not that much more than this. Okay. Temple, Alabama. All right. Minor credit. Drafted to Venezuela. They dropped an IRL 20 bomb. Real. Okay, yeah. William and Mary's right there. Western Outlaws? Really? No. Okay. Texas. Santa Cruz. Utah. UCF Knights. This. And then maybe we can drop U Ottawa maybe a little bit higher. Because where were they last week? 15th? No, I think this is fine. Okay. Couple of exchanges. Purdue is definitely better than TMU Bold. I will give West Virginia another week to prove against Illini, MSU, and Houston, but we will see. This is fairly fair. Sure. Sure. We're better than them for sure. I just want to see how Kai and Drake performs in the upper lobby. That's all. I know you guys have a shooter, but I want to see it in action. I feel like every time I have a roster say, no, bro, we're absolutely cooking them, they always show up the next week, and it's like, kinda, and then they don't. And so, like, I feel like I can stand with my opinion, you know? So we will give it time. I think this is... You know what? Yeah. 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 I know we've been in positive going for his kind of he's gunny. I will, you know what? I will wait till this week to pass judgment. All right, guys. I will finish those tomorrow morning, and then I will upload them. For now, I'm just going to pass on the remnants of our viewership to someone else. It is late. It is 9:45. I don't expect you guys to stay, but I'll let you know. We'll be back tomorrow for another set of scrims at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow and a contenders tier list. Hopefully it's entertaining. If it's not, hey, No big deal. Other than that, let's pick someone to raid. Anyone live that I'm following? Oh, Jumba. Oh, let's raid Jumba. Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? I love Jumba. All right, for the remnants of you that are still around, I will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Give some love over to my boy, Jumba GW.